physically dragged into a private vehicle by people dressed in police uniform. Father says, "I'm very scared for his life and well-being." Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Gujarat visit to lay foundation stones for projects worth over rupees 55,000 crore, which includes 2 new pressurized heavy water reactors at Kakrapar Atomic Power Station and a brand new runway for Indian Air Force Station at Disa. Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann backs protesters, blames Haryana police over deteriorating law and order, further urges central government to focus on the demands of the farmers. Modi government's big gift to sugarcane farmers, hikes on FRP sugarcane by 8%. Key decision by centre ahead of sugarcane season. CBI summons BRS leader K. Kavita in connection with Delhi liquor gate case, asked to appear on February 26th. Ladies and gentlemen, Mamata Banerjee has lost control over the spiralling public anger against her tyrannical regime. The unstoppable women's uprising has now reached Kolkata, with demand for justice only growing louder. After Mamata branded protesters as RSS workers, her top aide has sought evidence of mass rape. Take a look at the developments through the day that happened yesterday.
The massive women's uprising against Mamata's tyranny that started in Sandeshkhali 2 weeks back has now reached Kolkata. The national clarion call for justice for women is uncontainable.
প্রশাসন এবং শাসক দল মিলে নারীদের উপরে অত্যাচার হচ্ছে, এর প্রতিবাদে কিন্তু পশ্চিমবঙ্গ জুড়ে আমরা লাগাতার আন্দোলন করব।
The public anger spilled on the streets of Kolkata after Mamata's aide Kunal Ghosh demanded proof of mass rape allegations.
Kunal Ghosh and the entire gang of Trinamool Congress is defending Sheikh Shah Jahan. Mamata Banerjee, the police minister of West Bengal, is still defending Sheikh Shah Jahan. Maybe Mamata Banerjee is afraid of arresting Sheikh Shah Jahan, but Mamata Banerjee is not at all afraid of arresting Republic Bangla reporter, because Mamata Banerjee knows that if Mamata Banerjee's police arrest Shah Jahan, maybe the entire system of Trinamool Congress will collapse.
More and more women of Sandeshkhali have raised their voice against Mamata.
थोड़ा सुंदर रहती थी, उनको छोड़ के बाकियों को घर जाने के लिए बोला जाता था। घंटों तक रखने की बात, इशारा में वहाँ पे गंदे हरकत भी किया जाता था, सुनने को आया। उसके बाद उनको सुबह उनको छोड़ा जाता था, जो वहाँ पे उनको रख देते थे उनको सुबह छोड़ा जाता था। सुबह खबर मिलता था वो लोग घर पे आए हैं। वो लोक लाज से, समाज लाज से कुछ बता नहीं पाती थी। अब जब ये मुर्दा आया है, शाहजहां की डर से सब कुछ होता था, शाहजहां की डर की वजह से। जब शाहजहां भाग गया है, भगोड़ा साबित हो गया है, उसके बाद ये लेडीजों ने मुंह खोलना चालू कर दिया है।
As nationwide support pours in for justice for Shantu Pan, Bengal BJP chief Shukanto Majumdar met journalist's family.
Tupan not only arrested for his reporting. See what are the sections the section has been given against him. He was totally in front of camera, and when live was going on, at that time he was arrested. And I think 354 has been given against the Santupan, which is a non-available section. And by carrying a camera, how can a man molestate someone? I don't know what is the judiciary of this country is doing.
48 days on, Sheikh Shah Jahan is still on the run. Why is Mamata and company targeting Sandeshkhali survivors?
I can hear you.
Strange, there's very suspicious movement going on in the Sandeshkhali police station. Are they trying to stage something? I mean, my feeling is they want to stage something there. And there's this rumor going around that they want to stage the so-called arrest of this Shah Jahan. And is it true that Rajiv Kumar, the DGP, is somewhere in an area that he was seen going somewhere? Was Rajiv Kumar, the DGP, seen going somewhere in a motorcycle? Is there truth in that? Was the DGP going somewhere in a motorcycle? Is this true? Second is these reports that they are trying to stage Shah Jahan's arrest. That they know it's a deal between them, that they're trying to stage Shah Jahan's arrest. And thirdly, did they give any notice to his family, to our lawyers? They told nobody. Did they tell anybody? Did they inform anybody they were taking Shantupan? Did they do that at all? Or was this completely unilateral?
Arnab, we are still trying to call the police there. Our reporters are there in Sandeshkhali. The strange part is Shontu being taken out in a boat at around 10:45 p.m. And from there, Shontu Pan was taken out to a place where it's absolutely a stranded place.
Are they doing this, Moyuk? Moyuk, are they doing this? Are they doing this because they want to stage the arrest of Shah Jahan? And if Shontu Pan had been in the police station, he would have got to know what they were up to.
Absolutely, Arnab. The Director General of Police, Rajiv Kumar, was seen in a motorized boat roaming around the place with 300 cops with him. Rajiv Kumar, the head of the Bengal police, is in Sandeshkhali for the whole day. But still, Shah Jahan is scot-free, and now probably they are going to stage this arrest, and they want to vacate the whole of the police station, the whole of the place, because they have informed that Shontu Pan is being taken somewhere. They are creating panic in this area where other channels, other reporters are panicked, and they are saying that you people also find out where Shontu Pan is being taken, because they have not responded to the calls of the ground reporters, neither from our channel or from other channels. I tried to call the cop. I didn't got the call. We are trying to find out that whether Shontu Pan is being taken to a hospital, because Shontu Pan is saying that I'm not feeling, I'm okay.
But what is the reason for that? You see, the question is, the question is, this is complete madness. We are before the Honorable High Court. We are before the Honorable High Court. The police knows that we are before the Honorable High Court. We went to the High Court, and the High Court told us that you go to the lower court. Then we went to the lower court, and the lower court said, okay, we give 3 days police custody. Our matter comes up before the High Court tomorrow, before the Honorable High Court bench, and this matter is being heard tomorrow. The police knows that. What is the need a day before to harass and torture a reporter like this? There is something very fishy going on. This is very, very suspicious. You see, we are before the bench.
Absolutely,
we are before the bench.
Very fishy, and
there is no case here.
On record
we are not being able to put our case before the court. I request the honourable judges to wake up and allow us to intervene in this matter. Because the honourable bench must know the drama that's going on in Bengal today. Why has my reporter been moved in the middle of the night?
Where is he being taken? And this is not a Arnab.
Why is he being moved to a different jurisdiction? What is it that he cannot be provided in the Sandeshkhali police station?
That's one of the
What is it that he cannot be provided
right now,
in the Sandeshkhali police station?
Because
why was his family not informed?
And
why was his wife not informed? Why were his parents not informed? Something very fishy is going on in Sandeshkhali. I suggest we move more crew there. Send all the crews to Sandeshkhali. Let's keep a watch on this. Very suspicious behavior. Even by the DGP, we need to track down the DGP. We need to track down this DGP. We were told that he's gone somewhere in a motorcycle. Is that true?
The DGP of the police and the Bengal police was thinking that we are going to just run away from Sandeshkhali. Let me tell you, Arnab, via Republic Network, that we right now have the biggest reporter deployment in Sandeshkhali, in Bashirhat. Our anchor Srijita is there in Bashirhat. Our reporter Arnab is chasing the car of Shontu, in which Shontu is being taken.
We'll send a dozen more reporters. I am flying down 12 crew from Delhi tomorrow on this.
They are deployed. Let me tell you, Arnab, Shontu Pan.
And I'm saying to the people of Bengal, rise up against the corruption and tyranny of Mamata Banerjee. And I also want to tell Mamata Banerjee, I will hold you responsible. Mamata Banerjee, I will hold you responsible if anything happens to my reporter. Mamata Banerjee, I'm saying on record, I will hold you personally responsible. I will hold you and your government responsible if anything happens to my reporter. Stop the torture, follow the law, stop protecting the mafia. I will hold you responsible, Mamata Banerjee, if anything happens to my reporter.
Here is a full sequence of Shantupan being taken from Sandeshkhali to an unknown location. Have a look. Now, news and wrap from across the country. In a shocking development, illegally arrested Republic reporter Shantupan was shifted in the stealth of the night to an undisclosed location. Ahead of the Calcutta High Court's hearing on the case, Mamata Banerjee's police shoved him into a ferry to take him, while no word to his family or legal team has been conveyed. The biggest hearing on right to report, as senior advocates Mahesh Jethmalani and Sandeepan Ganguly are set to lead Republic's legal counsel in a case related to the unlawful arrest of Republic reporter Shantupan. Republic reporter Shantupan, who has been unlawfully arrested by the West Bengal police, had been moved to an undisclosed location. Republic continues to fight fiercely in the biggest campaign for press freedom. Speaking of the shocking late-night development in which Republic reporter Shantupan has been forcefully moved and dragged to an undisclosed location, BJP leader Amit Malviya stated that the state of democracy and press freedom in West Bengal is grave and is a matter of great concern. The manner in which the reporter is being treated is suspicious. The National Human Rights Commission has taken suo motu cognizance of media reports on unabated human rights violation in the aftermath of Sandeshkhali violence. Expressing concern, notices have been issued to the State Chief Secretary and DGP of West Bengal to submit a report within 4 weeks. A team of members from the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes is set to visit Sandeshkhali today amidst 15 days of ongoing agitation and revolt by locals against TMC mafia Sheikh Shah Jahan. Speaking exclusively to Republic, leader of opposition Suvendu Adhikari has stated that Mamata Banerjee's police have been shielding the absconding mafia Shah Jahan Sheikh. He further stated that the illegal arrest of Republic reporter Santu Pan is politically motivated. BJP leader Agnimitra Paul has criticized the TMC for disregarding women's complaints in the Sandeshkhali incident. They accused Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee of deviating from the grim matter at hand and furnishing false allegations against the BJP.
And our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is just trying to suppress the event. What a shame! And right now you are trying to deviate by creating sensation. What we haven't said something and you are saying that we have said it. So again I challenge Mamata Banerjee. If you have the guts, 24 hours have passed, you still not have, provided the video. If anybody has said, do it. Show it to us.
BJP MP Ravi Shankar Prasad condemned the Sandeshkhali horror and questioned Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's stance on defending the incident. He also slammed the silence of opposition parties such as the CPI and Congress on the matter and termed it as a shame on the society and democracy.
What is emerging thereafter about the patent assault, humiliating treatment, sexual assault of women is a shame on our society and democracy. ये मैं बहुत विनम्रता से कहना चाहूँगा, ये शर्म है। ममता जी अभी भी उसको डिफेंड कर रही हैं, क्यों?
When asked if he has received any reply to the letter he had sent to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on the Sandeshkhali incident, West Bengal Governor C.V. Ananda Bose said that they are in touch with each other and have discussed a mutual way to find a solution to the issue.
Transfers between us is not made public. I have received 2 communications in this regard. One that was sent earlier, that is about DD case. And the second one about this, we are in touch with each other. I hope we'll be able to find a solution to the issue.
Amity faculty have filed over 2,100 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been ranked among the top for innovation achievements.
The joint declaration that we signed in Athens a few months ago, and which upgraded our relationship to a strategic level, is already being put into practice. And as the Prime Minister said, we are making significant progress towards deepening the strategic cooperation in all spheres, in security and defense, investment and trade, science and technology, cyberspace, education, culture, tourism, agriculture. Greece and India are close to one another in many respects. Our shared values serve as the bridge that brings us closer. Both share, I would say, a certain ethos or dharam, as you call it. We both share, as the Prime Minister said, a strong commitment to international law, and especially the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Seas. We're both loyal to the principle of the UN Charter, diplomacy and stability. And crucially, the world's oldest democracy, the world's largest democracy, share the mutual political will to cooperate with each other, to establish partnerships and to explore and create new synergies. And in Prime Minister Modi, I have found a visionary, a principled leader, and dare I say, a true friend. And the importance that we attach to our relations with India is evident not only in the increase of our bilateral contacts over the past year, but also in the partnerships we have developed. Last year, we signed a memorandum of understanding in crucial areas such as agriculture and defense. And this year we are working, and I'm sure we will finalize very quickly, a very important agreement on migration and mobility. It will constitute a very important step towards strengthening our cooperation in issues such as legal migration, fighting human trafficking, but also offering young Indians an opportunity to come and work in Greece and benefit from the growth of our economy. And the prospects for strengthening our connection, thanks to the India and Middle East Europe corridor, what we call the IMEC project, which was launched by India during its G20 presidency, are even brighter. Greece, you just have to look at the map to realize this, is India's gateway to Europe. And through IMEC we see our participation as a very important aspect of this strategic partnership.
There is a huge churn in the India alliance ahead of Lok Sabha polls. After days of dialogues, the Congress and the Samajwadi Party have finally sealed the deal in UP. This even as stalemate over seat sharing continues in other states. Now, is the Big Brother willing to be a junior partner in other states as well? Let's take a look.
A day after, Akhilesh Yadav gave this ultimatum.
अभी बातचीत चल रही है, कई दौर में बातचीत हो चुकी है, कई सूचियां उधर से आई, सूची इधर से भी गई। जिस समय सीटों का बंटवारा हो जाएगा, समाजवादी पार्टी उनके न्याय यात्रा में शामिल हो जाएगी।
Congress and Samajwadi Party announced their seat-sharing deal in Uttar Pradesh ahead of Lok Sabha polls.
और गठबंधन होगा और बहुत जल्दी आपके
मुरादाबाद को क्या मिलेगा? मुरादाबाद किधर जा रहा है? किधर? थोड़ा बताइए ना। हम मुरादाबाद में हैं।
जहाँ मुरादाबाद है वहीं मुरादाबाद रहेगा।
सीट शेयरिंग को लेकर सर कांग्रेस
सीट शेयरिंग में कोई बात नहीं है। जो बातचीत होनी थी वो बातचीत हो चुकी है पूरी। अब क्योंकि सीटें तय हो गई हैं तो कैंडिडेट भी बहुत जल्दी तैयार हो जाए।
After days of dialogue, Congress has climbed down from 34-seat demand to accept 17 seats offer.
यह निर्णय लिया गया कि भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस उत्तर प्रदेश में 17 सीटों पर चुनाव लड़ेगी और इस गठबंधन के तहत जो बची हुई 63 सीटें, इन पर इंडिया गठबंधन के जो भी उम्मीदवार समाजवादी पार्टी के, अन्य दलों के भी जो कि इसमें समावित होकर इस गठबंधन में शामिल होंगे।
The stalemate over seat-sharing formula is turning out to be a headache for India allies.
देखिए अगले 1-2 दिन में क्या होगा
सर, लेकिन सपा के साथ अनाउंस हो गया है। आपको लग रहा है कि अब तो कल जल्दी अनाउंस हो जाए तो बहुत
डिले हो गया है, जल्दी होना चाहिए।
Top sources say Aam Aadmi Party has snubbed Congress's 4-seat demand in Delhi. Sharad Pawar, on the other hand, has put discord in Indy on record.
ही लोकांची अवस्था आहे आणि त्यांनी स्वतः सांगितलं की इतक्या जागेवर साधारणतः आमचं अंडरस्टँडिंग आहे आणि काही जागेच्या संबंधी आमच्यामध्ये जे असेसमेंट आहे त्यामध्ये अंतर आहे.
With Lok Sabha polls just weeks away, can the Indy mount a sustained challenge to BJP's formidable poll-winning machinery?
Time to take a very short break in the Morning Express. Coming up on the other side, France's Macron hails Bulgaria's stance since start of war in Ukraine. Russia detains Los Angeles ballerina on suspicion of treason. This and much more after a very short break. Stay tuned.
For young college passouts, startup opportunities that are commercially viable are in abundance. The key is to identify a market gap, leverage skills and interests, and create a business that solves a problem or fulfills a need in society. Republic Business will help you make a pick. Kickstarting a goods business driven by handmade products can be a rewarding journey, combining creativity with entrepreneurship. All you need to decide what type of handmade goods you want to create. Home-based baking business, a perfect fusion of passion, meeting a lucrative venture, especially given the increased interest in homemade goods during the pandemic. Offering freelance services such as editing, copywriting, illustration, or other skills you excel at is a smart way to earn income with low startup costs. Becoming a content creator can be a profitable career choice, especially with the increasing demand for digital content across various industries. Starting a freelancing photography or videography business can be an excellent opportunity for anyone with a passion for capturing images or creating videos. Turning vintage finds into a profitable business is a great idea for those with a keen eye for potential and a passion for unique items. Starting a video editing business can be a lucrative opportunity, especially with the growing demand for video content across various platforms. To commence a graphic design business can be an excellent opportunity for students or anyone with a passion for creativity and visual communication. Starting a business that provides YouTube or podcast services can be an excellent opportunity for students or anyone passionate about content creation and digital media. Becoming a social media consultant can be a rewarding career path, especially for recent graduates who are skilled at navigating online platforms and understanding digital trends.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, we are fighting the Mamata Banerjee government and the mafia that the Mamata Banerjee government is supporting, and the injustice and corruption and tyranny of the Mamata Banerjee government. And the people and republic must win, the mafia must lose. And as part of that continuing fight, tomorrow in the Calcutta High Court, the entire legal team of the Republic Media Network, the largest network of the country, led by senior Supreme Court advocate Mahesh Jethmalani, including senior advocate
US urges UN court to consider Israel's security needs and not order Israel out of West Bank and Gaza. UK imposes sanctions on heads of penal colony where Russia's Navalny died. Israeli airstrikes target Ghazieh in southern Lebanon. France's Macron hails Bulgaria's stance since start of war in Ukraine. Russia detains Los Angeles ballerina on suspicion of treason. On February 19, the International Court of Justice began public hearings on the legality of Israel's occupation of Palestinian territories since 1967. Now, the hearings include 52 countries that will submit arguments in front of a 15-judge bench. On day 3 of the hearing, the United States presented its arguments, urging that the UN's top court not to pass a judgment asking Israel to withdraw. Take a look at U.S. stand in this report.
The United States has urged the International Court of Justice to not issue an advisory opinion that asks Israel to unconditionally withdraw from sought territories in Palestine. Acting State Department legal advisor Richard Visek, representing the U.S. aid to the ICJ, that it should not seek to resolve the decades-long Israeli-Palestinian conflict through an advisory opinion.
The court should not take up the suggestion of some to interpret the questions in this proceeding as encompassing the entire question of Palestine. The request seeks advice only with respect to the legal consequences of the conduct of one of the parties to the underlying conflict. This one-sidedness, which contrasts with the reciprocity inherent in the established framework, necessarily must inform the court's approach to this advisory proceeding.
Visek further stated that the ICJ must seek a non-binding advisory opinion on the legality of Israel's policies in the occupied territories.
Contrary to the assertions of some participants, in calling for the court to take this measured approach to the question referred, the United States is by no means suggesting there is no role for the court. Nor is it the position of the United States that the court must refrain from considering violations of international law or the legal consequences thereof. Participants who have said as much have misunderstood us. Our argument is grounded in respect for the UN Charter and the roles and responsibilities assigned to the UN's principal organ.
The U.S. arguments came a day after Washington vetoed an Arab-backed UN resolution demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. The United States has argued that it would interfere with negotiations on a deal to free hostages from Israel.
Mr. President, members of the court, as I said at the outset, you have a difficult task before you. Others have asked you to broadly construe the questions and the law. They have asked you to try to resolve the whole of the dispute between the parties through an advisory opinion addressed to questions focusing on the acts of only one party. The United States disagrees with that this approach would be consistent with the court's role within the United Nations or the established UN framework for achieving peace through negotiations. Hamas's attacks, hostage-taking, and other atrocities, the ongoing hostilities and the suffering of Palestinians in Gaza, and the violence in the West Bank reinforce the United States' resolve to urgently achieve a final peace that includes the full realization of Palestinian self-determination.
As the war rages in Gaza, the outcome of these court hearings are likely to take months before a non-binding advisory opinion can be issued. Agency report, Republic TV.
UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak told the House of Commons that Britain had issued sanctions against the people who led the penal colony where Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny died last week. Sanctions have been issued against 6 people who led the colony. Here's a report.
In a statement to the House of Commons, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak revealed that Britain has imposed sanctions on 6 individuals responsible for overseeing the prison where Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny was detained and later died. Among them is Vadim Kalinin, who supervised the harsh conditions in which Navalny was kept.
Mr. Speaker, the whole House will join me in sending our deepest condolences to the family of Alexei Navalny. He died for a cause to which he dedicated his whole life, freedom, and to return home knowing that Putin had already tried to have him killed was one of the most courageous acts of our time. Together with our allies, we are considering all options to hold Russia and Putin to account, and this morning we sanctioned those running the prison where Alexei Navalny's body still lies.
The UK Foreign Office and opposition leaders have taken cognizance of Navalny's mistreatment, including solitary confinement and denial of medical care, raising serious human rights concerns.
I'm sure the whole House will join me in sharing our disgust at the death of Alexei Navalny, who, as the Prime Minister said, died because of his efforts to expose the corruption of the Putin regime. It is a reminder that Putin has stolen not just the wealth, but also the future and democracy of the Russian people.
Referring to other humanitarian issues that have currently sparked global attention, Rishi Sunak also expressed his concerns over the situation in Gaza and called for immediate intervention.
Mr. Speaker, I share the concern of many members about the high rate of civilian casualties and indeed the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza, and that is why we have called consistently for an immediate humanitarian pause which would allow for the safe release of hostages and more aid going into Gaza so that we create the sustainable conditions for a long-term and enduring ceasefire. That is what our diplomatic efforts are focused on, and that is what I impressed upon the Israeli Prime Minister last week when I spoke to him.
However, Sunak also cautioned against a full ceasefire, arguing that it could lead to a resurgence of violence.
Of course we want to see the fighting in Gaza end as soon as possible and never again allow Hamas to carry out the appalling terrorist attacks that Israel was subject to. But he talks about the UN resolution, but just calling for an immediate full ceasefire now, which collapses back into fighting within days or weeks, is not in anyone's interest, Mr. Speaker. We must work towards a permanent ceasefire.
With Russia and Israel both on the brink of global criticism, the UK's stance on Navalny and the Middle East crisis has underscored the country's commitment to human rights and international diplomacy. Agency Report, Republic TV.
News and wrap from across the globe. Israeli strikes across Gaza have killed at least 67 Palestinians overnight, including in areas where civilians have been told to seek refuge. The Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital in Deir al-Balah says it received around 44 bodies after multiple strikes in central Gaza. Israeli tanks and vehicles were seen heading towards Gaza as plumes of smoke rose up over the area. The Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital in Deir al-Balah said that it received 44 bodies after multiple strikes in central Gaza. Syria claims Israeli strikes hit a neighborhood of the Syrian capital, killing 2 people and causing material damage. Claims Israeli missiles were fired from the direction of the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights and hit a building, killing 2 civilians and wounding others. An Israeli drone strike hit civilian vehicle in Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah, killing 1 person. The strike caused severe damage to the vehicle. The dead man was taken to Abu Yusuf al-Najjar hospital. The Israeli Knesset has voted in favor of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's statement that Israel rejects international unilateral declarations about a Palestinian state. The vote passed with 99 votes, with 9 opposed out of the 120 members of the Israeli parliament. A day after Washington vetoed an Arab-backed and widely supported UN resolution demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war, the US presented its arguments in the UN's top court on day 3 of hearing on Israel's policies in West Bank and Gaza. The United States urged the United Nations top court to not issue an advisory opinion that says that Israel should immediately and unconditionally withdraw from territories sought for a Palestinian state. U.S. submitted arguments in front of the 15-judge panel hearing the matter at the International Court of Justice. After the US vetoed in the UN resolution demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war in the embattled Gaza Strip, China has expressed its strong disappointment. The vote in the 15-member Security Council was 13-1, with the United Kingdom abstaining. Russian President Vladimir Putin presented awards to military units of the Russian Aerospace Forces on Wednesday. Speaking at the ceremony, Putin congratulated the officers for showing courage and bravery during the special military operation in Ukraine. The French military released footage showing large explosions caused by the interceptions of 2 drones from Yemen. The patrol was part of the European Union campaign to protect shipping from Houthis' continued assaults on shipping through the crucial Red Sea corridor. Now, in the latest escalation in the Israel-Hamas conflict, reports have come in stating as many as 67 Palestinians have died in the latest round of strikes. Israel military confirmed that it also has undertaken airstrikes on Hezbollah terrorists in neighboring Lebanon. Here's the report.
Israeli tanks and vehicles were seen heading towards Gaza as plumes of smoke rose up over the area. More than half of the Palestinians, 2.3 million people, have sought refuge in Rafah, many crowding into sprawling tent camps and overflowing UN shelters near the Egyptian border. In the latest, an airstrike in Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah has killed a family of 8.
3 عائلات نازحين اجوا على مدينة رفح انه في امان في رفح وفيش استهدافات. اتفاجئنا في الليل 3 عائلات هان وفي عائلة فوق 9 أنفار. في الليل تم استهداف هذا المبنى، أعراس ساكنين، أطفال، عزة، المدنيين، دكتور ملوش أي ذنب في هذه الحرب اللي بتصير. 7 شهداء، أشلاء كلهم لقيناهم برا الدور وعلى الدرج، وأشلاء لحتى الآن موجودة.
Another strike caused severe damage to a car, which was left with blood marks following the attack. 2 people were killed when a shelter housing staff in the Gaza Strip was struck during an Israeli operation in an area where Palestinians are seeking shelter. The Israeli military also released footage showing airstrikes on a Hezbollah military compound in the area of Yarun in southern Lebanon. Israel said it launched the strikes after it identified a number of terrorists entering there. Agency report, Republic TV.
Time to slip into a very short break on the Morning Express. Coming up after the break, France's Macron hails Bulgaria's stance since start of war in Ukraine. Russia detains Los Angeles ballerina on suspicion of treason. This and much more after a very short break. Stay tuned.
पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी और पाकिस्तान मुस्लिम लीग की जो पॉलिटिकल डायलॉग के लिए हमारा कमिटीज़ बने थे, उन्होंने बड़ा मेहनत के बाद अपना काम मुकम्मल किया है एंड आई कैन शेयर विद यू कि अब पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी और मुस्लिम लीग नवाज के नंबर्स पूरे हो चुके हैं और हुकूमत साजी का अमल पे हम इंशाअल्लाह ताला इस पे अब अमल दरामद करेंगे और हुकूमत बनाने की पोजीशन में है। जो जमात सुन्नी इत्तेहाद काउंसिल के नाम पे नेशनल असेंबली में मौजूद है, उनके पास हुकूमत बनाने के नंबर्स मौजूद नहीं थे और अब पाकिस्तान को इस क्राइसिस से निकालने के लिए मुआशी जमहूरी हमारे मुआशरे में जो तकसीम फैला हुआ है, अब पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी और मुस्लिम लीग नवाज हुकूमत बनाने जा रहे हैं। उम्मीद है कि इंशाअल्लाह ताला जल्द से जल्द शहबाज शरीफ साहब एक बार फिर मुल्क का वज़ीर आज़म बनेगा।
French President Emmanuel Macron held bilateral talks with Bulgarian Prime Minister Nicolae Denkov at the Élysée Palace in Paris. The two leaders discussed bilateral relations while Macron praised Bulgaria's initiative towards European integration. Here's more.
French President Emmanuel Macron and Bulgarian Prime Minister Nicolae Denkov met at the Élysée Palace in Paris for bilateral talks. President Macron praised Bulgaria's steadfast stance in backing Ukraine during the Russian aggression. He hailed Bulgaria's courage in altering its relationship with Russia since the conflict began.
Les pays sont chacun à une extrémité de l'Union européenne, mais cette distance n'empêche pas la convergence de vues forte qu'il y a entre nous. C'est même le contraire, nous sommes particulièrement proches et unis dans notre soutien à l'Ukraine, face à la guerre d'agression russe menée sur notre flanc oriental et qui entre cette semaine dans sa 3e année.
Macron reiterated collaborative efforts among European nations to bolster Ukraine, highlighting the allocation of 50 billion euros for support, military aid and sanctions against Russia.
En matière de soutien à l'Ukraine, c'est ensemble que nous agissons avec nos partenaires européens et nous avons pu ainsi obtenir 50 milliards d'euros que nous destinons à l'Ukraine pour donner de la visibilité en soutien, mais également en termes de matériel militaire, de formation des soldats ou encore pour adapter les trains de sanctions et maintenir la pression sur la machine de guerre russe.
Macron also commended Bulgaria's strides toward deeper European integration since joining the EU in 2007.
Ici, les efforts mis en œuvre par votre gouvernement pour aller vers davantage d'intégration européenne. Beaucoup de chemin a été parcouru depuis l'entrée de la Bulgarie dans l'Union européenne en 2007, que ce soit pour entrer dans la zone euro, que la Bulgarie aura vocation à rejoindre dès que les critères prévus par les traités européens seront remplis, ou dans l'espace Schengen, avec déjà une étape significative franchie cette année avec la levée des contrôles aux frontières intérieures, aériennes et maritimes. C'est porté par cette dynamique d'intégration européenne que nos pays doivent désormais s'atteler à la réforme de notre Union.
Macron concluded by urging EU nations to pursue reforms aimed at strengthening the Union, fostering greater sovereignty and unity among member states. Agency report, Republic TV.
News and wrap from across the globe. Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, on his visit to India, has asked India to play a leading role in building international partnerships to meet the unprecedented challenges brought by the wars in Ukraine and the Middle East and changes in climate and energy security. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak offered condolences along with the entire House of Commons to the family of Alexei Navalny. He further informed the House that Britain had issued sanctions against the people who led the penal colony where Navalny died last week. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko has warned that the world has again come to the edge of the abyss and that there are legitimate concerns that a third world war could erupt. He further claimed that approximately 32,000 NATO troops were deployed in the immediate vicinity of Belarus and Russia. After Russia's main domestic intelligence agency reported the arrest of a 33-year-old woman with the U.S. and Russian citizenship on charges of treason, the United States State Department said that it was seeking consular access to her and more information about why she has been detained. Here's more on this report.
In a concerning development, Russia's domestic intelligence agency has reported the arrest of a 33-year-old woman with both US and Russian citizenship on charges of treason. The Federal Security Service did not disclose the woman's identity but alleged that she was involved in collecting funds from the Ukrainian military. The woman, Ksenia Karolina, reportedly obtained US citizenship through marriage to an American. However, the FSB's assertion of her involvement in activities against Russian interests has raised alarms. Responding to the situation, the US State Department has expressed concerns and announced its efforts to secure consular access to the detained individual.
And we are aware of the case. We are seeking consular assistance that has not yet been granted. We're at limit what more we can say because of privacy laws, as I've discussed many times from this podium. And I will just say generally, as I think you are aware, Russia, when it comes to dual citizens of the United States and Russia, or dual citizens of any other country in Russia, Russia does not recognize dual citizenship, considers them to be Russian citizens first and foremost. And so oftentimes we have a difficult time getting consular assistance, but we will pursue it in all matters where a U.S. citizen is detained.
State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller has emphasized the challenges posed by Russia's stance on dual citizenship, complicating diplomatic efforts to assist individuals with ties to both countries. Analysts have suggested that Russia might be leveraging detained Americans as bargaining chips amid escalating tensions with the United States, particularly in light of the recent military actions in Ukraine. This tactic echoes previous instances.
Ukraine will continue to defend itself, even in the absence of a supplemental funding request passing Congress. That is without a doubt. You have seen them fight with bravery, you've seen them fight with skill, and we fully expect that they will continue to do so, and they will continue to make gains against Russia, as they have done in the Black Sea. But the situation will be very difficult. When you don't have the ammunition you need on the front lines, you're going to be vulnerable. And that's what we saw over the weekend with the loss of Avdiivka.
As the situation unfolds, concerns mount over the fate of dual citizens caught in the crossfire of geopolitical rivalries, highlighting the need for diplomatic dialogue and swift action to ensure their rights and safety are upheld. Agency report, Republic TV.
Time to slip in a short break. Coming up on the other side, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Gujarat visit to lay foundation stones for protest worth 55,000 crore, which includes 2 new pressurized heavy water resources at
The Gini coefficient, or Gini index, is the most commonly used measure of inequality. It is typically used as a measure of income inequality, but it can be used to measure the inequality of any distribution, such as the distribution of wealth, or even life expectancy. It measures inequality on a scale from 0 to 1, where higher values indicate higher inequality. A value of 0 indicates perfect equality where everyone has the same income, where one person receives all the income and everyone else receives nothing. But why it is important now? A new study by SBI Research has revealed that income inequality has declined in recent years in India. SBI Research has calculated that Gini coefficient has declined from 0.472 during assessment year 2014-15 to 0.402 for a Y 2022-23. This simply means that income inequality is declining, at least in India. The decline in income inequality is because of a great migration at the bottom of the pyramid. 36.3% of individual ITR filers belonging to the lowest income in FY14 have left the lowest income bracket and shifted upwards, resulting in 21.1% more income for such individuals during FY14-21.
Today I want to start with a visual of what looks like a spacesuit. Here it is. It looks like a spacesuit. Now what I can tell you is that what this person is wearing is very, very expensive. Now let's go back to the previous visual, please stay with that. It's very, very technologically advanced. Yes, this one. Very, very expensive. It is advanced and very expensive gear. Some say it goes into many, many lakhs of rupees. That is being worn by those who are pretending to be farmers at the Delhi border. Estimates are that it costs anywhere between 10 to 20 lakhs each to procure this suit for the Andolan Jivis. That is why I call this a luxury protest. I don't know which and how many farmers can afford it. Now let me show you another visual. It's called a Poclane machine. This machine is also being used by these Andolan Jivis. It costs close to 1 crore rupees, this machine. There are many such machines the Andolan Jivis have got. These are excavation machines. They have been bought by the Andolan Jivis along with tipper trucks, which we are told cost about 1 crore rupees. A Hydra crane, which costs half a crore of rupees. Advanced JCB machines costing half a crore of rupees. For every group of 30 to 40 so-called protesters, they are carrying with them brand new equipment which costs about 5 to 10 crore rupees every 30 farmers. Now, I don't know how many farmers have 5 to 10 crore rupees to buy new equipment from to be using in these so-called protests. Viewers, one thing which is clear when you see this, and you come back to me now, is that there's a lot of money in this, lot of money. That they've got a lot of money, a huge amount of money, and that money, wherever it's coming from, I don't know where it's coming from, Canada, here, there, they're being told, this money is being paid up front to fund this anarchy campaign near the Delhi border. And these are not farmers. At the most, people say they represent the farmers of India. That is numerically incorrect, because what I have, through my reporters, information that there are at the most about 8,000 odd farmers. That is our estimation, media estimation, along these borders. Now, how many farmers are there in the country? If we say there are, at a conservative, 12 crore farmers in this country. That means what percentage of the farmers are represented in the Delhi border? 0.00083% of the farmers' population of the country is on the border.
Headlines this morning, biggest hearing on the right to free speech in Calcutta High Court. Top legal eagles Mahesh Jethmalani and Sandeepan Ganguly to lead Republic's legal defense. Hectic movements in Sandeshkhali. Team of CID officials arrive. NCST Commission also present. Santupan's wife writes to DGP after late night development, expresses concern for her husband's life and well-being. Prime Minister Modi on Gujarat visit to lay foundation stones for projects worth 55,000 crore rupees. Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann backs protesters, blames Haryana police over deteriorating law and order situation. CBI summons BRS leader K. Kavita in connection with Liquor Gate, asked to appear on 28th of February. Very good morning. It's 9 a.m. We are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Republic continues with its relentless coverage after the arrest of its reporter Santupan, which happened on Monday. Now, in the latest that's coming in, note that Republic reporter was taken to an undisclosed location in the dead of night. And while all of this happened late last night, Santupan's wife has already written to the state police expressing concern for her husband. In fact, also details coming in that ADG South Bengal Additional Superintendent of Police Basirat have already arrived in Sandeshkhali. A team of CID officials have also arrived, and shortly a press conference is going to be of DGP Rajiv Kumar and other officials. So a team of CID officials having arrived in Sandeshkhali. All of this happened when Santupan was taken to an undisclosed location from Sandeshkhali. So a lot of developments that we are tracking. Note that his wife has already apprised the state police, talking about all that happened late last night when he was arrested. The police did not have any insignia. In fact, he was taken in a private van and then to an undisclosed location. So on February 19th, when Santupan was arrested only for doing his job, he was covering the Sandeshkhali horror, bringing to light what all has been happening in Sandeshkhali as being claimed by the women, the mass rape allegations that the women in Sandeshkhali have alleged by TMC goons. And while Republic reporter was doing his duty, was on the ground getting the plight of women in the area, he was unlawfully arrested, and later he was kept in the custody and tortured as well, as he claimed. And late last night he was taken to an undisclosed location. And as we speak, these are the live visuals that we are, in fact, early morning visuals that we are getting on your screens as Republic tracked down the location of Republic Bangla reporter who was taken to an undisclosed location without any information being given to the family or the legal team of Santupan as to what was the basis of him being taken to another location. Note that Santupan's wife has written to the DGP. She's brought to light that her husband was dragged into a private vehicle late last night and that people were dressed in police uniform. They dragged him. He was shoved into a ferry, taken to an undisclosed location, and that her family members' legal team have not been intimated. Her husband has said that he's being tortured in custody, and the wife thereby concerned, expressing her concern, saying that she's worried about the well-being of her husband. So Santupan was moved from Sandeshkhali without any intimation to his legal team, wife or family members late last night. And all of this happened in the dead of night. In fact, in the visuals that have surfaced, these are the early morning visuals that we are tracking of him being taken to an undisclosed location. He was put into a private vehicle and taken on a ferry at night from Sandeshkhali to an undisclosed location. Sources even tell Republic that he's reached Bhavani Bhavan, which is the CID headquarters, at around 12:45 a.m. and that he was also interrogated late last night. Note that the wife has stated that she's not been told about the whereabouts or movements of her husband. She says that she fears for his life and puts on record that neither she, her family or the legal team has been informed about any movement. She's also stated that she's only come to know about the movement due to TV channels capturing it on camera. Let's go across to Bhaskar, who's joining us live from Sandeshkhali. Bhaskar, a lot has happened since late last night. Put it all together for us, all that's happened since Monday evening, the unlawful arrest, Republic's non-stop coverage on the horrors of Sandeshkhali, and of course, late night action when Santu Pan was taken to an undisclosed location.
Well, yesterday late night, Shantu, our colleague, was taken out from Sandeshkhali police station, and there no one was informed, duly informed by the police, not our colleagues, family members, not the office. No one was informed duly by the local police, by the Gujarat police division, or by the Bengal police. And later from Sandeshkhali Ghat, he was taken to a private vehicle, and later he was taken into Bhavani Bhavan in late at night. But the question is why the Bengal police are keeping this secrecy game. They are taking away our colleague from the Sandeshkhali police station to another location, but for a prolonged time, we didn't get a single intimation or a single information on whereabouts of our colleague, not the Republic Media Network, neither the family members of the arrested colleague Shantu. And right now, just a few minutes back in Sandeshkhali, the Bengal DG Rajiv Kumar, along with other senior officials from West Bengal Police, held a meeting, and after that, DG Rajiv Kumar left for Kolkata just a few minutes back. And while he was being questioned by Republic Media Network about Sheikh Shah Jahan's arrest, he said that those who broken the law will be arrested soon or later. But the real question, the real scenario is Sheikh Shah Jahan, who is allegedly instructed his party workers to attack on ED officials along with the CRPF Jawans, is on the run for at least 50 days. And the 50 days haven't passed, but the Bengal police yet to detain or arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan. And the DG Rajiv Kumar, what he is saying that those will be arrested who have broken the law. But when this question is still on, but the Bengal police clearly they didn't have any answer that when Sheikh Shah Jahan will be arrested. And right now in Sandeshkhali and in Dhammakhali, in both the areas, heavy number of police have been deployed. All we can see a series of police cars along with RAF, combat force, and all other kind of police forces. I would like to take my video journalist Ravi towards the ferry ghat, where we can see that the RAF personals, the combat forces are now being deployed from today morning with a huge number, and all we can see the shields, the helmets, and the tear gas canisters, everything is in Sandeshkhali and alongside area, and there seems to be a massive movement in between the police, but DG Rajiv Kumar, he clearly didn't mention anything about that. But as of now, Sandeshkhali, Dhammakhali and all the adjacent areas are now being covered by heavy number of police forces, including RAF personals, including combat force, including Straco, Bengal police constables, home guards, civic volunteers, and also senior officials like Supratim Sarkar is is now in Sandeshkhali police station area. Also, teams from CID, they are in Sandeshkhali, and what we witnessed a few minutes back, that in the PWD bungalow where DG Rajiv Kumar was staying, CID officials went there and they discussed something with the local officials. So just looking at the police movement, just looking at the police, heavy police official arrangements, like all we can say, fiber stake, helmets and the shields are now being gathered up by the police forces. All we can assume that there is a massive movement going inside the police, and DG Rajiv Kumar along with other senior officials held back-to-back meetings from yesterday, and for at least 14 to 16 hours DG Rajiv Kumar was in Sandeshkhali. So there may be a chance of massive movement, but as of now Sheikh Shah Jahan is yet to be arrested, and our colleague is now being taken to Bhamani Bhavan, which is the CID headquarters, and we will keep a close eye on Sandeshkhali for further updates. Over to you.
Bhaskar, stay with us. In fact, that's exactly the news break I was coming to. Sources telling Republic that Mamata Banerjee's police could stage Shah Jahan Sheikh's arrest, and that the arrest may be staged or surrender. That is yet to be known, but important that this comes after court had asked Shah Jahan to surrender. Sources saying that Mamata's police may stage Shah Jahan's arrest. Either staged arrest or surrender on own terms is likely, according to sources. So an action that's expected in Sandeshkhali. We will go across to Niranjan as well from the Kannada newsroom, but note that this is early morning action. Sources telling Republic that Shah Jahan Sheikh, who remains on the run for over a month now, could surrender before the police. And this after the High Court in very clear terms had stated, in very clear words had stated, that Shah Jahan must surrender in wake of all that's been happening in Sandeshkhali. That's been the epicenter of all that's of the unrest that we've been seeing for over a month now. So sources tell Republic that Mamata Banerjee's police may stage Shah Jahan's arrest. This after court had asked for Shah Jahan's surrender. And the question here arising, if Mamata's police is staging lip service action after court had asked Shah Jahan to surrender. All right, Niranjan is with us. Niranjan, it seems that Mamata Banerjee seems to be succumbing to the pressure, but important to note here that this comes after High Court had very categorically stated that Shah Jahan Sheikh should surrender before the police.
Well, she's not succumbing to any pressure. Let me tell you that she has no choice. Mamata Banerjee is going to stage this arrest. The police in Bengal are going to stage this arrest. Because it appears from what we are hearing. And the movement since last evening, you had the topmost officers of the Bengal police, all of whom have collectively failed to, arrest Shah Jahan or give justice to the women of Sandeshkhali, selectively acting, and they have all gone and moved towards Sandeshkhali. Let me give you a few updates. Now, what is happening today is that the case is coming up in the court. The case of Shantupan is also coming up in the court when we are going to fight it out against the Mamata Banerjee government. Now, the second aspect is, today the Mamata Banerjee government is going to be questioned on why they haven't been able to arrest Shah Jahan yet. 2 days back, they were questioned, they were pulled up, saying that Shah Jahan is taking the entire system into a tizzy, but he's saying that he's sort of mocking the system, and the state government has failed to arrest him. And that is why today, before the case comes up in court, the police, it appears, are going to give him some sort of option to surrender on his own terms. That could be one of the possibilities we are hearing. Let me tell you a few news points of what is happening right now. As we speak, we are hearing that the dawn that Mamata Banerjee is backing completely to the hilt. He may be allowed to surrender on his own terms. This is what we are hearing. He may be allowed to surrender on his own terms. He also may be taken in by the Bengal police just to protect him from the Enforcement Directorate swooping in. Remember what happened when the Enforcement Directorate came in looking for Shah Jahan? They were all attacked, physically attacked. Enforcement Directorate team physically attacked in Bengal by Shah Jahan's goons in his home turf. All of this has happened. All of this is on camera. So they may be trying to take him into custody even before the Enforcement Directorate probably swoops in. Now, this what we fear is that the Mamata Banerjee government and the police in Bengal may try and stage this arrest. And the reason I'm saying stage this arrest is because they have been exposed even in the courts when they have been questioned why the entire state has failed to look for Shah Jahan in the last 40 days. So it's embarrassing. It's not just an embarrassment. They've been exposed left, right, centre on how they have failed to give justice to the women of Sandeshkhali, and they've been pulled up by the court. And to make things worse, they have attacked the media and the Republic Bangla team and the Republic Media Network once again, and they have taken Shantupan into custody. Last night, we were live until about 1 a.m. But let me tell you, for all our viewers who are joining us this morning, Shantupan was moved out in the middle of the night, in the dead of the night. He was moved out of Sandeshkhali. He was being kept at the Sandeshkhali police station. He was moved out in the dead of the night, brought in a ferry and taken in a private vehicle, and he was taken to the CID, where we were told that the CID would question him for God knows what crime that he's done, right? Now, all of this is happening at a time he's moved out of Sandeshkhali, and the entire force from Bidannagar, Barakpur, etc. have moved into Sandeshkhali. It looks like there's a huge police force that is gathered in Sandeshkhali to stage this arrest. And that is the sense that we are getting. They've been camping there for quite some time, and we fear that they could be staging this arrest of Shah Jahan. And the reason why I'm saying fear is because they have no other choice. Mamata Banerjee, whose government has been exposed time and again backing such characters and such criminals, will have to answer in court today. So before it comes up in court, perhaps this is a face saver that they're trying to attempt to arrest him and give him some sort of terms. They may give him his own terms to surrender, and that is a huge possibility is what we are hearing. Let me also tell you that don't be surprised if this entire arrest is going to be staged, because they have moved the media out of there, and some of our reporters are on the outskirts, and they have moved the media out of the main areas from where they are operating. And our own reporter Shantupan, who was in the police station, has been moved out in the middle of the night. So anything is possible there, with hundreds and thousands of police officers suddenly gathering in Sandeshkhali like they had no idea what was happening for the last 40 days, being pulled up and exposed by court. They've all landed up in different groups and different buses. Like suddenly they've discovered where Shah Jahan is. It almost looks like they're going to pick up Shah Jahan today, is the sense that we are getting. Let me also tell you, meanwhile, the ADG is at the Sandeshkhali PWD guest house. These are some updates that I'm picking up, so I'm giving you these updates. The DGP is hinted at the arrest of Mamata Banerjee's back dawn. DGP has been camping there in Sandeshkhali, has been doing the Mamata Banerjee diktat. And this complete choreography that's taking place. It appears completely choreographed. Whichever way you look at it, this entire police force did nothing, were almost hand in glove with these criminals for the last over a month, right? And they have no clue where Shah Jahan is. They have absolutely zero idea that they call themselves policemen, that they have no idea where Shah Jahan is for the last 30 to 40 days. And suddenly, after being pulled up by the court, and before the case comes up in the court today, they've all gone into Sandeshkhali and are trying to stage this arrest. And they want all of us to believe that there's going to be some sort of a breakthrough. Such a shame, isn't it? Let me also tell you that an armed combat force has also been brought in with tear gas at the Sandeshkhali police station. And I think we're getting in some visuals from our Republic Bangla team. So if Mamata Banerjee thought that after arresting Shantupan and after filing all those FIRs against our teams, we would back out of Sandeshkhali, we have bad news for Mamata Banerjee. Miss Mamata Banerjee, more and more reporters of the Republic Media Network are in Sandeshkhali right now. So let me play out some of the visuals that they've been sending in. I think we also have that soundbite where Mamata Banerjee was backing Shah Jahan. I'll ask my production control room in Delhi if they can pull out that soundbite and play that, please.
Just that soundbite in just a bit, but note that the latest that is coming in that the armed combat force has brought tear gas cells at Sandeshkhali. So an arrest that seems to be on the cards, but the breaking this hour coming in that armed combat force has brought tear gas shells at Sandeshkhali. This has sources tell Republic that Shah Jahan could get arrested. The DGP also hinting at arrest of Mamta-bagged Don, which is Shah Jahan, who's been on the run for more than a month now. Let's go across to Niranjan once again. Niranjan, if you can once again tell us all that's happened in the last 1 month or so, the horror stories that the women have narrated when it comes to the mass allegations, and even the coverage that we've done over the past 1 month on the attack on ED officials as well, followed by the arrest of Republic Bangla reporter.
Well, most of what has been happening has been playing out in the public domain, and the whole country is talking about it. Let me tell you, we are broadcasting out of Bengaluru newsroom right now. We are in Karnataka, and even here in Karnataka, Sandeshkhali has been a huge talking point, with the horrors of Sandeshkhali being discussed across the country. And for the last over 40 days, the Republic Bangla team has been reporting on the horrors of Sandeshkhali, and we are saying the horrors of Sandeshkhali because many women have come out and spoken about mass rape, sexual exploitation, abduction, and all of this in the hands of Trinamool Congress leaders. One whose name is Shah Jahan, Sheikh Shah Jahan, believed to have led this entire series of crimes in Sandeshkhali. And he is backed by Mamata Banerjee herself. Mamata Banerjee herself has taken his name in public and backed him, and she has done that. She can't for a second say that she has never backed Shah Jahan, because she's on record backing Shah Jahan. So you have a situation where the Chief Minister is heard backing a criminal who's accused as of this minute of abduction, mass rape and sexual exploitation. The Chief Minister is backing him, and the courts in Bengal are questioning her government of how they have allowed him to run scot-free in Bengal and run his own empire, mini empire in Basirhat and in Sandeshkhali. So you have that situation where Republic Bangla has been reporting on the ground for over a month now, and our reporter 3 days back was picked up while on a live show, while he was doing a live show. He was picked up 3 days back. Mamata Banerjee wanted 10 days police custody of him. She did not get 10 days police custody. He was sent to 3 days of police custody. And just before his custody ends last evening, a day before Shantu Pan's case comes up in the Calcutta High Court, he was taken out in the middle of the night, moved to an undisclosed location, and we tried to track him down. Finally, he was tracked down to the CID office that is in Bhavani Bhavan. And while this was happening, all the police force around Bidhan Nagar and Barakpur. So what was happening is the police, which has been caught napping, and they've been caught hand in glove with this entire series of criminal gangs in Sandeshkhali. And because even the courts have questioned why they have been ineffective in doing their job, which was to arrest this man in the first place and crack down. So they very effectively, last evening, hundreds of them swooped down on Sandeshkhali. All of them, including the DGP, we are told, went to Sandeshkhali and are all camping there. All of them are camping there. And we are hearing that they could give Shah Jahan. So because they will be exposed in court once again today, I think they're trying to find out if they can give him a face saver and give Mamata Banerjee a face saver by staging the arrest of Shah Jahan. And how will they stage the arrest? We are told that he will be allowed to surrender on his own terms. He could be allowed to surrender on his own terms today. That is expected to happen. And there are a series of meetings happening. Last night, in fact, when we were live, we saw that more and more policemen were being brought into Sandeshkhali. Why would police from adjoining towns and districts be brought into Sandeshkhali? Please tell me, nobody has an idea about why midnight, when Shantu Pan was moved out of Sandeshkhali police station, taken to the CID office, all of them have been brought into Sandeshkhali. So there is something happening, and we're expecting that it will happen now, anytime now, because before the case comes up in court, they're looking for a face saver. Mamata Banerjee government is looking for a face saver, and they could be, and this is why they will be trying to, give him an option of surrendering on his own terms. Okay, a few updates that I have right now. Let me read out those updates. I think the BJP's put out a video. Mamata soundbite is with me. So any staging of arrest, let me tell you, even if they stage the arrest of Shah Jahan today, in a short while from now, Mamata Banerjee can't escape the fact that she has taken Shah Jahan's name and she has shielded him, backed him in public, and all of this is on record. Listen to this.
তারা কদিন ধরে অনেক কথা বলে যাচ্ছেন কিছু মিডিয়ার তৎপরতায় আসল জিনিসটা না জেনেই। আপনারা জানেন জীবনে আমি কোনো অন্যায়কে কোনোদিন প্রশ্রয় দিইনি, এবং আমি ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়ে স্টেট কমিশন পাঠিয়েছি, আমাদের অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন পাঠিয়েছি, 17 জনকে অ্যারেস্ট করা হয়েছে এবং আপনারা দেখেছেন যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে, ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী, কিভাবে তারা বাইরে থেকে নিয়ে এসে একটা এলাকাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করেছে। আগে টার্গেট শেখ শাহজাহান, ওকে টার্গেট করে ইডি ঢুকলো, তারপরেই সবাইকে বার করে দিয়ে তারপরে ওখানে আদিবাসী মাইনরিটিদের মধ্যে ঝগড়া লাগিয়ে দিল। আগে তো আমাকে জানতে হবে ব্যাপারটা কি, নাকি কাকে কার নিয়ে পালিয়ে গেল বলে আমিও পালাতে শুরু করলাম। তারা কদিন ধরে অনেক কথা বলে যাচ্ছেন কিছু মিডিয়ার তৎপরতায়, আসল জিনিসটা না জেনেই। আপনারা জানেন জীবনে আমি কোনো অন্যায়কে কোনোদিন প্রশ্রয় দিইনি এবং আমি ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়ে স্টেট কমিশন পাঠিয়েছি, আমাদের অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন পাঠিয়েছি, 17 জনকে অ্যারেস্ট করা হয়েছে এবং আপনারা দেখেছেন যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে, ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী, কিভাবে তারা বাইরে থেকে নিয়ে এসে একটা এলাকাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করেছে। আগে টার্গেট শেখ শাহজাহান, ওকে টার্গেট করে ইডি ঢুকলো, তারপরেই সবাইকে বার করে দিয়ে তারপরে ওখানে আদিবাসী মাইনরিটিদের মধ্যে ঝগড়া লাগিয়ে দিল। আগে তো আমাকে জানতে হবে ব্যাপারটা কি, নাকি কাকে কার নিয়ে পালিয়ে গেল বলে আমিও পালাতে শুরু করলাম।
Right, we are heading into a very short break, but coming up on the other side, Republic will continue with its relentless coverage following the arrest of its reporter Sandhu Pan on Monday evening.
Amity faculty have filed over 2,100 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been ranked among the top for innovation achievements.
He was a colossus who strode the legal framework or the legal arena. When I joined the profession, he had just started in the Supreme Court. He was a brilliant mind, a very disciplined advocate. He taught me to start early in the morning. He used to call me for conferences at 7:30 in the morning on cold wintry days. He had a very unique way of thinking out of the box.
For young college passouts, startup opportunities that are commercially viable are in abundance. The key is to identify a market gap, leverage skills and interests, and create a business that solves a problem or fulfills a need in society. Republic Business will help you make a pick. Kickstarting a goods business driven by handmade products can be a rewarding journey, combining creativity with entrepreneurship. All you need to decide what type of handmade goods you want to create. Home-based baking business, a perfect fusion of passion, meeting a lucrative venture, especially given the increased interest in homemade goods during the pandemic. Offering freelance services such as editing, copywriting, illustration, or other skills you excel at is a smart way to earn income with low startup costs. Becoming a content creator.
Welcome back. You're watching Republic TV. Some unexpected developments in Sandeshkhali, West Bengal, as Shantupan, our correspondent, was moved out of the Sandeshkhali police station, taken to the CID in very suspicious action by the West Bengal Mamata Banerjee government. And as we speak, hundreds of police officers are in Sandeshkhali, and we are hearing that they could be giving the option of a staged arrest of Shah Jahan. They could be giving him his own terms to surrender before the case comes up in the court. And before the Mamata Banerjee government is pulled up a second time in a week on how they have allowed Shah Jahan to go scot-free for the last 40 days. I'm going to go across to Bhaskar, my colleague who's also in Sandeshkhali. Mamata Banerjee felt that if she files an FIR and arrests our reporter, we will back down. Unfortunately for her, she does not know how Republic Media Network functions. More reporters of the Republic Media Network have landed up in Sandeshkhali this morning. Bhaskar is one of them. Bhaskar, what's going on? Who are these policemen? How many policemen are there? Why do they have tear gas shells? Are they prepared for war with Shah Jahan's men? I think I've lost that line with Bhaskar, but let me tell you that this morning a few developments that came in, and we were tracking the minute-by-minute developments since last night when our correspondent was moved out of the Sandeshkhali police station. Some of the updates that we've picked up this morning of the armed combat force in Bengal brought tear gas shells into Sandeshkhali this morning. They were also brought in. And last night, extra forces were brought in from Bidar Nagar and Barakpur. And let me also tell you that as we speak, the ADG in Sandeshkhali a few minutes back was at the guest house in Sandeshkhali, and the DGP has also hinted at the arrest of the Mamata-backed Don Shah Jahan. And the reason why we're saying Mamata-backed Don Shah Jahan is because he's a card-holding member of the Trinamool Congress. And he's one of the senior-most leaders of the Trinamool Congress who has been backed by Mamata Banerjee in public on record. Now, let me also tell you that there is a possibility that they will choreograph the entire arrest. The entire arrest could be choreographed before the case comes up in the court, because the state has been pulled up, has been wrapped by the High Court in Calcutta, and they have been pulled up and asked why they allowed Shah Jahan to be a free man for over a month now. And the other update that we had last evening is that there was movement. There was movement, and let me tell you what's been happening since this morning. There is a possibility that Mamata Banerjee's police may stage this arrest, and the arrest may be staged. Or he could be allowed to surrender on his own terms. And there is a possibility of choreographing this entire arrest because they moved out all the reporters mostly from there.
All right, we will try and go across to Niranjan again, but note that a lot of developments in Sandeshkhali, that's been the epicenter of the unrest for over a month now. Sources telling Republic that Shah Jahan Sheikh, who remains on the run for more than a month now, could get arrested, and that arrest could very well be staged by Mamata Banerjee police. So all of this happening when the High Court came down heavily on the state government, questioning this state government over the lack of action in Sandeshkhali case, and also clearly stating that Shah Jahan Sheikh must surrender before the police. In fact, the ADG has already arrived, as we understand, as per sources. Tear gas shells have been brought by the police in Sandeshkhali region. The question being raised as to why has the police brought tear gas shells at this place where note women have come out in large numbers. They have spoken openly on the kind of, they've spoken on the about the allegations they've made on the TMC miscreants, saying that there have been mass rapes happening in this area, and despite them raising complaints, no action has been taken by Mamta police as of yet. So all of this happening in Sandeshkhali, the DGP also hinting that the arrest could happen of Shah Jahan Sheikh. Let's go across to Niranjan again. Niranjan, once again, take us to the latest leads you're picking up as to what's happening in Sandeshkhali, where the ADG has arrived. Questions being raised as to whether Shah Jahan Sheikh could get arrested very soon.
Well, let me tell you that the movement of the police is intensifying. If we can get those pictures on Republic Bangla, the pictures on Republic Bangla, which is on air right now, these are exclusive pictures right now on Republic Bangla. We'll stay full frame with the pictures. We are hearing that the ADM of Basirat is also leaving for Sandeshkhali. So they're all set. They're all set to perhaps choreograph this arrest. Let's stay with the pictures, please, from Republic Bangla. The pictures are important right now. Let's go back to the pictures and stay on the pictures. These are live pictures coming from the Republic Bangla team. So you saw the police force leaving for Sandeshkhali last evening. And the police is present there, and more officials of the government. We are hearing the ADM of Basirat is also departed for Sandeshkhali right now. The combat force has been deployed at Sandeshkhali, and the stage is completely almost set. Look at them, all of them, trying to prepare for some mega action, trying to give the impression that they're all they're all part of some big operation to arrest someone very big. And let me tell you that all of this pretense is coming after they've been lambasted by the High Court for absolutely doing nothing. Look at that. These are live pictures from the court. They're live pictures, and they're all leaving the ferry, and they're all coming out of the ferry. Let me see. I'm trying to get more details. These are all the special combat force. The combat force, and I see that there's a Republic Bangla reporter there who's trying to speak to them. And if we can cut across to the live audio on Republic Bangla for a few seconds, please. For a few seconds, if you can cut across to the Republic Bangla reporter is trying to speak to these special combat force people. There was nobody brought from Sandeshkhali, so we're trying to see what is happening there. Director, can we listen to the audio, please?
যে তারা অন্য কোনো তারা কাজে এসেছেন, ভিডিও রয়েছে, ভিডিওর সাথে একবার কথা বলার চেষ্টা করব। স্যার আজই কথা বলবেন না এখন? একদম। অর্থাৎ দেখো তারা বলছেন যে তারা এখন ভিডিও অফিসে যাচ্ছেন এবং সেখান থেকে গিয়ে পরে কথা বলবেন এমনটাই কিন্তু জানাচ্ছেন। এবং যে এখানকার যে পিডব্লিউডি বাংলো,
and let me also go across to Kishale. If you can cut back, those are pictures of all these officials who came in, and I'm going to stay with these pictures because it's the same ferry, it's the same auto that's waiting there, the same ferry in which they brought our reporter, and the same rickshaw in which they took away Shantupan. Look at that, these are live pictures. They're all standing there huddled. We don't know what they're preparing for. Perhaps the staged arrest of Shah Jahan anytime now. So it's all building up to that. It's all
শাহজাহানকে ধরবার জন্য টিয়ার সেল নিয়ে কেন তারা আসবেন, এবং এই মুহূর্তে কিন্তু সেই গোটা টিমটা কিন্তু রেডি হয়ে দাঁড়িয়ে রয়েছে। হয়তো কোনো অপারেশনে তারা বেরোবে, এবং সেক্ষেত্রে এটাও হতে পারে যে প্রতিটা গ্রামে তারা যেতে পারে এবং সেখানে গিয়ে যারা সাধারণ মানুষ রয়েছে তাদের কনফিডেন্স কিন্তু বিল্ড আপ করতে পারে, এমনটাই কিন্তু মনে করা হচ্ছে। এসপি বেরোচ্ছেন, এসপির নেতৃত্বে বিশাল পরিমাণের যে বাহিনী, সেই বাহিনীও কিন্তু বেরোচ্ছে। আমাদের প্রতিনিধি যিনি রয়েছেন, আমাদের প্রতিনিধি যে পরীক্ষিত আমাদের প্রতিনিধি যিনি সুকেন্দ্র
the combat force that was called in Basirat, we don't have any idea why they're going to do that, trying to pretend like they're doing some major operation, and we expect and we suspect that this major operation could be to stage the arrest or allow Shah Jahan to surrender on his own terms. Those are live pictures coming in. The Republic Bangla team not letting them off the hook, just following every move. They're not saying much. The special combat force of the Bengal police in the black fatigues that you see there, walking, and they're carrying something in their arms, a few bags. We don't know what is in that bag, but they're all moving towards, and some of them are armed, holding their rifles, and they're walking. And I'm waiting for details. Kishale is joining me live. Kishale, please take us through these pictures. What's happening here, Kishale? Kishale, can you hear me?
Well, exactly, Niranjan. The question is, the bags they are carrying, they have tear gas shells in those bags. They are armed with sticks, rifles, and tear gas. Now, question is, they want to arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan, but why they are carrying tear gas? Why do they need it? The question is, are they staging a whole drama out of it? Or what is their intention? Or are they at all going to arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan? Or they have some other plans? Because we saw the DG just now came and left Sandeshkhali. While going away, he said that everyone will be arrested, whoever is culprit, but he did not mention the name of Sheikh Shah Jahan. When Republic Bangla's reporter asked him that Sheikh Shah Jahan, will he be arrested now? He did not answer. He said everyone will be arrested, whoever is culprit will be arrested. General answers. He cannot even take the name of Sheikh Shah Jahan. In fact, now we see a huge combat force being deployed with tear gas shells. Those bags you are talking about, Niranjan, these are tear gas shells, and in those bags they have those shells. They are marching away with the SP. The SP is marching. Also ADG South Bengal, Supratim Sarkar, he is there. He had a meeting. Also 2 members of the CID team was there a while back, and now they have gone back with the DG, I believe. So the question is a huge force, and why so late? Another question we are asking is why so late? It's been 15 days now that the women have been speaking about the torture, the violence against Sheikh Shah Jahan. The ED team was attacked about 50 days ago. What is the problem? What was the problem that no action was taken? And now when suo motu cases have been lodged in the High Court, and the High Court observed with strong terms that Sheikh Shah Jahan needs to be tamed, now the police has no other way other than taking any action, and therefore they are staging this whole drama, is the question, Niranjan.
Yes, we're staying with these pictures. How many policemen are there, Kishale? How many policemen are there? How many policemen are there, and what are the different teams that are? I can see the huge presence of these policemen, right? And we hear that the DGP is also there, the ADG is there. There are several meetings that took place this morning, right? And they were pulled up by the court, isn't it, Kishale? Please tell our viewers how they were pulled up by the court. And is that one of the reasons why they will be trying to stage this arrest today?
Well, Niranjan, exactly. The number of police force is not yet, we do not yet know the exact numbers, but there would be thousands, because we see in every boat that comes from the other side, there is a huge number of force that's being deployed. New forces coming in, and additional forces was brought in yesterday night from Kolkata, Newtown, from Barashat, Strafo forces, special forces, RAF. Why do they need all these forces? I do not know after such a long time. And now, as you rightly pointed out, they were pulled up by the High Court. The High Court observed with strong terms that one Sheikh Shah Jahan cannot hold a whole state to ransom. Why no action has been taken against him? The High Court also mentioned and observed that the High Court needs to summon Sheikh Shah Jahan, and the police needs to cooperate if no action is taken by the police itself. So after those words, after a huge, a large number of women coming out in protest and complaining against Sheikh Shah Jahan, and what are they complaining about? They're complaining about gang rapes. They're complaining about brutalizing women. They're complaining about human trafficking and all allegations on TMC leader Sheikh Shah Jahan. And what the police do, the first thing they do is arrest Republic Bangla's reporter, because we have been speaking about the truth and exposing the facts of Sandeshkhali throughout the world, throughout the country, and that's the reason the administration probably doesn't like us. That's the reason probably we have to face these consequences, but we would not stop. And as our reporters have been reporting live since morning 6 a.m. from the ground, and we are showing in Republic TV, Republic Bangla, there has been additional forces. The DG is there, the DG was there, there were meetings, but we are asking, why so late? Why so late, sir? Why so late? Where were you all these days when the women were crying for help? The women were saying that we were raped, we were brutalized, our houses were vandalized. Where were you, sir? Now after the High Court has pulled you up, and after the press and media has exposed you all over the country, and the woman has spoken up, now you have come after 50 days after the ED was attacked. And where are those culprits who attacked the ED officials and blood on them? They were injured and they had blood all over their face. They had to run for their life. Where are those people? no one is arrested in that case. Republic Bangla's reporter is arrested. No one is arrested in that case. Shibu Hajra and Uttam Sardar, actually Noor Alam, two of the aides of Sheikh Shah Jahan, they are arrested. But where is Sheikh Shah Jahan, the kingpin of this whole planning of this whole brutal game of raping women openly, and the woman cannot even complain. And when they go to complain to the police send them back to Sheikh Shah Jahan. That was the allegation against them, Niranjan. And now finally the police, it seems, they have awakened from their slumber, long slumber, and now they are taking some action, Niranjan.
Well, they're not waking up from any slumber. Let me tell you, they're staging the arrest, Kishale. There's no waking up from any slumber. This is just exposed by the system, exposed by the law and the judiciary, and questioned for their incapability in tackling a criminal called Shah Jahan. They've all, been forced to come out in large numbers, at least to pretend like they're doing something on the ground. But what do we know about Shantupan? Where is Shantupan? What is the condition of Shantupan? Why was he moved to the CID? Kishale.
Well, Niranjan, firstly, probably the fact of the matter is it is all staged, because we see tear gas shells. Why do you need that to arrest one person? Are you afraid of that person, or you want to stop villagers, the common woman, when they come in protest and ask you that why did you arrest him so late and why did you arrest him in such a staged manner? So that's probably the reason. We do not know that yet, but we see this whole drama that's happening, additional forces, and as you rightly pointed out, probably it's all staged. On the other hand, our reporter, he is still in Bhavani Bhavan, the state CID headquarters. He is in Bhavani Bhavan yesterday night, in the middle of the night, without informing his lawyers or his family members or his office, which is Republic Bangla. None of them were informed, and he was taken in a private car from Sandeshkhali to Kolkata, here in Kolkata, in Bhavani Bhavan, in the middle of the night, and he was taken in a car which did not have a sign of police. There was no sticker. The policemen who came out with him, they did not have any nameplates. We did not know who are these people. They were trying to hide their face. That was the situation when he was brought out, and he was taken and rapidly transferred to Kolkata. Right now he is in Bhavani Bhavan. We do not know yet what's happening there, because we believe he will be taken out for medical checkup in a while. We will be following that very closely. But our question is, our reporter is arrested by you, is in your custody, who only tried to speak about the truth on live television, and Sheikh Shah Jahan, against whom so many women have slapped rape charges, gang rape charges, murder charges, and so many other charges, and you go there and have so many meetings, but you cannot find that one single person. So it clearly exposes the staging of the whole drama that's happening since last 2 days. And DG Rajiv Kumar went there, held many high-level meetings, and now he has left Sandeshkhali without even speaking one word about Sheikh Shah Jahan. And when we asked him that where is Sheikh Shah Jahan and will he be arrested, he said, yeah, everyone will be arrested. Whoever is culprit will be arrested. That's a very general answer, Niranjan, and we are not satisfied. The people of Bengal are not satisfied. We are asking questions, and we will be asking questions, whatever might come across, but we will continue to do so. Niranjan.
Stay with me, Kishale. Getting you live minute-by-minute updates of what is happening in Sandeshkhali. There's a huge police force that's present there, and we suspect that they could be staging the arrest of Shah Jahan, or allowing him to surrender on his own terms. Taking a short break, coming back with the live coverage from Sandeshkhali in Bengal, the #1 talking point nationally. Stay tuned.
पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी और पाकिस्तान मुस्लिम लीग की जो पॉलिटिकल डायलॉग के लिए हमारा कमिटीज़ बने थे, उन्होंने बड़ा मेहनत के बाद अपना काम मुकम्मल किया है। एंड आई कैन शेयर विद यू कि अब पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी और मुस्लिम लीग नवाज़ के नंबर्स पूरे हो चुके हैं और हुकूमत साजी का अमल पे हम इंशाअल्लाह ताला इस पे अब अमल दरामद करेंगे और हुकूमत बनाने की पोजीशन में है। जो जमात सुन्नी इत्तेहाद काउंसिल के नाम पे नेशनल असेंबली में मौजूद है, उनके पास हुकूमत बनाने के नंबर्स मौजूद नहीं थे और अब पाकिस्तान को इस क्राइसिस से निकालने के लिए मुआशी जमहूरी हमारे मुआशरे में जो तकसीम फैला हुआ है, अब पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी और मुस्लिम लीग नवाज हुकूमत बनाने जा रहे हैं। अब उम्मीद है कि इंशाअल्लाह ताला जल्द से जल्द शहबाज शरीफ साहब एक बार फिर मुल्क का वज़ीर आज़म बनेगा।
Very happy to announce that Niva Bopa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bopa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
The Gini coefficient, or Gini index, is the most commonly used measure of inequality. It is typically used as a measure of income inequality, but it can be used to measure the inequality of any distribution, such as the distribution of wealth, or even life expectancy. It measures inequality on a scale from 0 to 1, where higher values indicate higher inequality. A value of 0 indicates perfect equality where everyone has the same income, where one person receives all the income and everyone else receives nothing. But why it is important now? A new study by SBI Research has revealed that income inequality has declined in recent years in India. SBI Research has calculated that Gini coefficient has declined from 0.472 during assessment year 2014-15 to 0.402 for a Y 2022-23. This simply means that income inequality is declining, at least in India. The decline in income inequality is because of a great migration at the bottom of the pyramid. 36.3% of individual ITR filers belonging to the lowest income in FY14 have left the lowest income bracket and shifted upwards, resulting in 21.1% more income for such individuals during FY14-FY21.
Your Excellency, प्रधानमंत्री मित्सोताकीस, दोनों देशों के डेलीगेट्स, मीडिया के साथियों, नमस्कार। प्रधानमंत्री मित्सोताकीस और उनके डेलीगेशन का भारत में स्वागत करते हुए मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। पिछले वर्ष मेरी ग्रीस यात्रा के बाद उनकी यह भारत यात्रा दोनों देशों के बीच मजबूत होती स्ट्रैटेजिक पार्टनरशिप का संकेत है और 16 वर्षों के बाद, इतना बड़ा अंतराल के बाद ग्रीस के प्रधानमंत्री का भारत आना अपने आप में एक ऐतिहासिक अवसर है। यह प्रसन्नता का विषय है कि हम 2030 तक द्विपक्षीय व्यापार को 2 गुना करने के लक्ष्य की ओर तेजी से अग्रसर है। हमने अपने सहयोग को नई ऊर्जा और दिशा देने के लिए कई नए अवसरों की पहचान की। कृषि के क्षेत्र में दोनों देशों के बीच करीबी सहयोग की संभावनाएं अनेक हैं और मुझे खुशी है कि पिछले वर्ष इस क्षेत्र में किए गए समझौते के कार्यान्वयन के लिए दोनों पक्ष कदम उठा रहे हैं। हमने फार्मा, मेडिकल डिवाइसेस, टेक्नोलॉजी, इनोवेशन, स्किल डेवलपमेंट और स्पेस जैसे कई क्षेत्रों में सहयोग बढ़ाने पर जोर दिया। हमने दोनों देशों के स्टार्टअप्स को भी आपस में जोड़ने पर चर्चा की। शिपिंग और कनेक्टिविटी दोनों देशों के लिए उच्च प्राथमिकता के विषय हैं। हमने इन क्षेत्रों में भी सहयोग को बढ़ाने पर विचार विमर्श किया। फ्रेंड्स, डिफेंस और सिक्योरिटी में बढ़ता सहयोग हमारे गहरे आपसी विश्वास को दर्शाता है। इस क्षेत्र में वर्किंग ग्रुप के गठन से हम डिफेंस, साइबर सिक्योरिटी, काउंटर टेररिज्म, मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी जैसी साझा चुनौतियों पर आपसी समन्वय बढ़ा सकेंगे।
साथियों, मैं सोच रहा था कि मुझे आज यहां भाषण करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि अभी जम्मू कश्मीर के कुछ लोग।
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
Are you a young professional navigating through the complexities of life? In today's fast-paced world, where uncertainties loom large, it's essential to safeguard your future. But with so many options out there, how do you know which insurance policies are crucial for you? Let's break it down. First things first, if you've got wheels, be it a car or a bike, you'll need motor insurance. It's not just about following the law, it's about protecting yourself from those crazy road mishaps. Plus, why risk hefty repair bills when you can have a policy cover it? Now, let's talk about the big one, health insurance. Picture this, you're young, healthy, living your best life, and then bam, you're hit with a massive medical bill. That's where health insurance swoops in to save the day. It's like having a guardian angel for your wallet. Life insurance might seem like something your parents worry about, but trust me, it's worth considering. It's not just about taking care of your family if something happens to you. It's also a smart way to invest and save for the future. Plus, the earlier you get it, the cheaper it is. Here's the deal. Term insurance is like having a superhero cape for your loved ones. If, heaven forbid, something happens to you during the policy term, your nominee gets a sum assured. Think of it as a financial safety net that helps them stay afloat during tough times. Now, what's cool about term plans is that they're pure protection. No fancy investment schemes or savings involved, just straight up coverage. And because of that, the premiums are super affordable. Like, seriously low compared to other life insurance options. So, you can snag a hefty coverage without breaking the bank. Other insurance plans you can opt for are personal accident insurance and critical illness plans. Personal accident insurance is like your safety net for unexpected mishaps. If something major happens, like a serious injury or worse. And critical illness plans, they're there for the heavy hitters.
Police deployment increasing every moment in Sandeshkhali. The question is, why suddenly the police realize that they need to do something in Sandeshkhali in spite of women agitating and protesting in Sandeshkhali since the last 15 days, and it's been 50 days, viewers, that the ED team was attacked. The question is it all a staged drama? Will Sheikh Shah Jahan be arrested? But actually it will be a drama set up by West Bengal police, by the Mamta's police, is a question that we are asking, because it's been 15 days that the woman of Sandeshkhali has been screaming out, crying out for help and asking for arrest of Sheikh Shah Jahan and his aides, because they allege that he was a person who perpetrated all the violence and crime on them. He perpetrated gang rapes and violence and human trafficking as well. Why this Sheikh Shah Jahan is not arrested yet is a question, and right now the police probably has realized that they need to take action because of the great number of people voicing their opinion against the tendency of the police to not act in Sandeshkhali since last so many days. So finally, a staged drama in Sandeshkhali is a question that we are raising. Sheikh Shah Jahan's arrest will be a staged drama or not is a question that the people of Bengal and the country are asking. And moreover, it's a question that why Republic TV, Republic Bangla's reporter Shantu Pan will be arrested and kept in custody in spite of the fact that the perpetrator of crime and violence is out in the open and not arrested yet. Today, since morning, there has been increase in deployment in Sandeshkhali every moment. And right now we see that there's a breaking news that all Mamata Banerjee's top cops brought to Sandeshkhali right now. The DG Rajiv Kumar was in Sandeshkhali. What is the sudden decision? Why is the need of this sudden decision of moving all the top cops to Sandeshkhali after overnight to and fro by Mamata's cops? Now Mamata rolls out armed combat force ahead of staged event is a question that we are asking. We see armed police force, armed combat force, armed Strafo force being deployed in Sandeshkhali right now. As we speak, viewers, they are carrying tear gas shells, they are carrying rifles, they are carrying sticks and bayonets, and whatever they are carrying is a question that why? In order to arrest one person, Sheikh Shah Jahan, they need to carry tear gas shells. Are they scared of the people of Sheikh Shah Jahan? Are they scared of the fact that there can be a repercussion of his arrest from the aides of Sheikh Shah Jahan? Or is this a staged drama and it is all a show which Mamata Banerjee's police wants to stage in order to establish that they are finally acting. They are finally acting in order to just make the people of Bengal and the country believe that they are really doing something after the huge mass protests across Bengal. We saw Sandeshkhali, we saw Bengal's protests in different states. We saw after our journalist was arrested, there was protests from all over the country. People from all over the country poured in support for our journalist. But what is his crime? His crime is he spoke the truth and exposed the facts of Sandeshkhali to the whole world. Our crime, why the state government has a problem with us is because we were speaking the truth from day one and exposing the failure of the administration in Sandeshkhali in protecting women. We exposed the role of TMC leader Sheikh Shah Jahan, and we exposed all the allegations against him. Is the problem that the state government and the state police probably had with us and got our reporter illegally arrested with false charges and now being kept in custody. On the other hand, we see a staged drama in Sandeshkhali. Mamata moves all top cops to Sandeshkhali right now as we speak. Every boat that's coming towards Sandeshkhali from the other side from where all the boats are coming towards Sandeshkhali, a large number of police force are coming in every of these in each of these boats. Every boat is filled with police officials and combat forces carrying weapons, carrying things like tear gas shells and guns and rifles and sticks. Where are they going? The whole island is now full of combat forces. Is this a staged drama that Mamata Banerjee's police wants to establish in front of the country? Is this an overreactive drama? The police suddenly became overreactive overnight. Yesterday, DG Rajiv Kumar went there. After that, ADG South Bengal Supratim Sarkar went to Sandeshkhali. DG had a meeting with civic volunteers, local police officials, SP, and we also saw Niranjan is with us. Niranjan, we also saw two CID officials were going to Sandeshkhali and meeting DG Rajiv Kumar as and when our reporter is still now in Bhavani Bhavan, probably something to do with the CID. Niranjan.
Well, it appears, Kishale, and we are the only channel that's live non-stop as the action unfolds in Sandeshkhali in Bengal. This morning, we saw the extra force that was brought in. Kishale also took us through those pictures when the combat force in Bengal has been brought into Sandeshkhali and they're on patrol. Were they on patrol? Why are they on patrol in Sandeshkhali? What are they fearing? Are they fearing that if there's a staged arrest, they could anticipate some trouble, Kishale?
Well, exactly. That's the question we are asking since 6 a.m. and yesterday itself. We are asking, why do you need tear gas shells and hundreds and thousands of police force in order to arrest one person? Is he that powerful? That's the same question to that effect. High Court asked a similar question where the High Court observed. The High Court had to come in and say that why one person can hold a whole state to ransom. Why cannot you take action against him? If you do not take action against him, it's the court that has to summon him and the police needs to cooperate. So is it that there can be two options, Niranjan? Well, one option is Mamata Banerjee's police is fearful of Sheikh Shah Jahan and they're apprehending that there might be Sheikh Shah Jahan's men might be attacking them back, so they are preparing for this. On the other hand, they are just staging a drama and trying to show to the world and the country that, see, we have so much of people here, so much of force here, we are bringing tear gas shells, we are doing everything in order to arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan. So these are the two options, but both are hilarious because we see about 1,000 forces, combat forces coming in with all weapons in order to arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan, who is a convener of TMC, a local TMC convener. What is he? What is he? What is his stature? Why is he still not arrested? He attacked the ED officials. We saw the bloodied ED officials had to run for their lives and he is still on the run, and our reporter is now in custody, illegally arrested. That is what's happening in Bengal, Niranjan.
Well, you're tracking the live minute-by-minute update. You just heard, I think the DGP of Bengal also gave a soundbite a few minutes back, Rajiv Kumar, and he's been camping there in Sandeshkhali. And he's been camping there in Sandeshkhali because the West Bengal government has been pulled up, the police has been pulled up, the law and order machinery has been pulled up on how they did not find or arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan. Now, if there is trouble, if that is what they're anticipating, that's why they've brought tear gas into Sandeshkhali, and they're on patrol duty right now. We saw that a few minutes back. They got off the ferry, and they're on patrol duty. And we are expecting and we are anticipating that there could be some sort of a staged arrest of Sheikh Shah Jahan in West Bengal's Sandeshkhali anytime now. There are two options. There are two possibilities. Perhaps before the matter comes up in court, they could be staging the arrest of Sheikh Shah Jahan, or they could be giving him that option. They could be giving him that option of surrendering on his own terms. That is a possibility. And since last night, when our correspondent Shantupan was in Sandeshkhali, who was being kept there, he was moved out of there, taken to the CID, and all the police force from adjoining areas, towns, districts were brought into Sandeshkhali, including in Bidarnagar and Barakpur. And it tells you that they are going to do something, perhaps. given the national focus on Sandeshkhali, given the pressure on the Mamata Banerjee government on the law and order machinery and the observation on Sheikh Shah Jahan. She herself has gone on record. If I can play that soundbite, if I can ask my team to play that soundbite where Mamata Banerjee went on record to defend Sheikh Shah Jahan. That is official. She can't deny it. No matter what she tries to do now to try and stage the arrest, the fact is she has stood behind him. Listen in.
তারা কদিন ধরে অনেক কথা বলে যাচ্ছেন কিছু মিডিয়ার তৎপরতায় আসল জিনিসটা না জেনেই। আপনারা জানেন জীবনে আমি কোনো অন্যায়কে কোনোদিন প্রশ্রয় দিইনি এবং আমি ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়ে স্টেট কমিশন পাঠিয়েছি, আমাদের অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন পাঠিয়েছি, 17 জনকে অ্যারেস্ট করা হয়েছে এবং আপনারা দেখেছেন যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী, কিভাবে তারা বাইরে থেকে নিয়ে এসে একটা এলাকাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করেছে। আগে টার্গেট শেখ শাহজাহান, ওকে টার্গেট করে ইডি ঢুকলো, তারপরেই সবাইকে বার করে দিয়ে তারপরে ওখানে আদিবাসী মাইনরিটিদের মধ্যে ঝগড়া লাগিয়ে দিল। আগে তো আমাকে জানতে হবে ব্যাপারটা কি, নাকি কাকে কার নিয়ে পালিয়ে গেল বলে আমিও পালাতে শুরু করলাম।
Now that's where the issue stands. What happened in court a few days back is known to everyone. Let me get in an update from Kishale. Kishale, Mamata Banerjee government is under pressure. They've been exposed completely in the court when the court pulled up the government and also the police, isn't it? They're under pressure to do something today. And that's very clear.
Well, Niranjan, there we heard Mamata Banerjee saying in the State Assembly, West Bengal Assembly, that Sheikh Shah Jahan was targeted. And who is usually targeted, who is an innocent person, is usually targeted. So there Mamata Banerjee in a way supporting Sheikh Shah Jahan and saying that it is actually the BJP who has targeted, the ED who has targeted Sheikh Shah Jahan, and they wanted to create a nuisance over there, making a violence among communities. That's what Mamata Banerjee is saying. So she's in a way, to that effect, saying that it was all staged, all these whatever we picked up from Sandeshkhali, the complaints from the woman, the allegations, everything was staged and Sheikh Shah Jahan was actually targeted. That's what she said there to that effect. On the other hand, we saw Kunal Ghosh saying 2 days back that everything, Kunal Ghosh, I'll just remind the viewers that he's the chief spokesperson of TMC in Bengal. Now he's saying that all the allegations are false and the women are actually lying and they are staging a drama. That's how he insulted the women who came up and voiced their opinion and allegations against Sheikh Shah Jahan, saying on television that they were raped, gang raped, brutalized, and their children were trafficked out. That's how the woman would do drama and lie about, is a question that the whole country is asking Kunal Ghosh. On the other hand, the High Court, as you rightly pointed out, Niranjan, the High Court has pulled up the state government last 2 days back and clearly said that a single person, Sheikh Shah Jahan, he cannot hold a whole state to ransom. How is this happening is utterly shocking. That's what the High Court said, and they also say that we have to summon Sheikh Shah Jahan if you do not catch him, and the police needs to cooperate with us and will be keeping an eye. And to that effect, the High Court also sent out a rebuttal to the state government. And now we see this whole staged drama of a large number of combat force, police force entering Sandeshkhali since yesterday. In fact, when DG went there, DG had many high-level meetings. Along with that, also a meeting with civic volunteers, which is also a question that the people of Bengal are asking. Why the DG of West Bengal Police, the highest official, would hold meeting with civic volunteers. The civic volunteers are not even police officials. They're not even a part of the police completely. They're partially part of the police department. So why he will be holding that meeting is a question at one hand. On the other hand, after those multiple meetings, today morning we see him coming out at 6 a.m., going to the other side of the river and leaving for Kolkata probably. I don't know, he crossed the river and went somewhere with his car. The ADG coming back to Sandeshkhali, and along with the ADG, a huge number of force coming in with tear gas shells. See this whole sequence of events playing out there. The DG coming out, giving out a soundbite saying that everyone will be arrested who are culprit. We are asking him, Sheikh Shah Jahan, will he be arrested? The DG is saying, no, well, everyone will be arrested who has created, who are the culprits. Now he cannot even name Sheikh Shah Jahan. He cannot even say that, yes, we will arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan today. He cannot even say that, Niranjan. He cannot even say that, Niranjan.
We're getting in some fresh pictures on Republic Bangla. Let's cut across to Republic Bangla. In fact, if I can ask my teams to cut across to Republic Bangla, look at that huge. Those are pictures. Those are pictures coming in of how that build-up has been happening overnight and this morning. Build-up where top officials of the Bengal police. So let's stay with the pictures, please. Stay with the pictures from Republic Bangla. I want to talk over those pictures of how these police teams have been coming into Sandeshkhali. They've all been brought in. All been brought in overnight, simply overnight, isn't it? Kishale? It started since last night.
Yeah, exactly, Niranjan. They have been brought in.
I'm going to stay with these pictures.
No,
Request you to speak over these pictures.
It's a small island. There was only one police station with a few police officials, a few constables. All these huge number of force that we see with Rajiv Kumar and after him, they are all brought in overnight, and now, still now, as we speak, Niranjan, as we are speaking, as the viewers are hearing us, still now a large number of police force, they are entering STRAFO, special forces who are trained to handle very critical situations. They are being brought in with their tear gas shells, they are being brought in with their armors, with their revolvers, with their rifles, whatever we say, and they are being brought in and stationed in different parts of this small island, which is in a way encircled by the river Kalindi. This river is all around this island, so the only way to come to this island is to take a boat, and if you don't take a boat, you cannot reach that river. So therefore we see multiple number of boats dedicated for the police officials, police force. It's coming to and fro, Niranjan. They are going back and forth, and they are bringing in more forces and more forces and more forces. The question is, why these forces are required in a small island with a few thousand people, and to arrest one culprit against whom in any ways the people are angry. So even if he is arrested, there would be no mass prevention of that arrest, to say so, because we saw how the women of Sandeshkhali or the men of Sandeshkhali are speaking out against Sheikh Shahjahan. So are the police force scared of the fact that Sheikh Shahjahan's men, his gundas, his people might be preventing this arrest and creating a ruckus and stopping the police and injuring the police? So they're scared. Or on the other hand, the whole arrest will be staged. That's another option. The whole arrest will be staged. They'll be encircling the house or wherever Sheikh Shahjahan is with a huge number of force. We are showing those live visuals as well, and also we are showing what Mamata Banerjee said and the High Court said. And what will be the next option? The next option will be to arrest Sheikh Shahjahan with this huge number of police force and bringing him back to Kolkata or Bosirhat. These are the two options. Now this drama is unfolding all over the television, and Mamata Banerjee's police wants us to see this, that we are doing enough. Isn't that, Niranjan? Isn't that true?
Yeah, we'll take a short break. We're doing a countdown to that staged arrest. We're expecting some developments in Sandeshkhali, and we're the only channel live in Sandeshkhali. Taking a short break right now on Republic, coming back to the live coverage, minute-by-minute updates and every visual that's coming out of Sandeshkhali. We're expecting some big developments there, choreographed action mostly. Stay tuned.
भारत में डिफेंस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में को प्रोडक्शन और को डेवलपमेंट के नए अवसर बन रहे हैं, जो दोनों देशों के लिए लाभदायक हो सकते हैं। हमने दोनों देशों के रक्षा उद्योगों को आपस में जोड़ने पर सहमति जताई है। आतंकवाद के खिलाफ लड़ाई में भारत और ग्रीस की चिंताएं और प्राथमिकताएं समान है। हमने इस क्षेत्र में अपने सहयोग को और अधिक मजबूत करने पर विस्तार पूर्वक चर्चा की। फ्रेंड, दो प्राचीन और महान सभ्यताओं के रूप में भारत और ग्रीस के बीच गहरे सांस्कृतिक और पीपल टू पीपल संबंधों का लंबा इतिहास है। लगभग 2500 वर्षों से दोनों देशों के लोग व्यापारिक और सांस्कृतिक संबंधों के साथ साथ विचारों का भी आदान प्रदान करते हैं। आज हमने इन संबंधों को एक आधुनिक स्वरूप देने के लिए कई नए इनिशिएटिव्स की पहचान की। हमने दोनों देशों के बीच माइग्रेशन एंड मोबिलिटी पार्टनरशिप एग्रीमेंट को जल्द से जल्द संपन्न करने पर चर्चा की। इससे हमारे पीपल टू पीपल संबंध और सुदृढ़ होंगे। हमने दोनों देशों के उच्च शिक्षा संस्थानों के बीच सहयोग को बढ़ावा देने पर भी बल दिया। अगले वर्ष भारत और ग्रीस के डिप्लोमेटिक संबंधों की 75वीं वर्षगांठ मनाने के लिए हमने एक एक्शन प्लान बनाने का निर्णय लिया। इससे हम दोनों देशों की साझा धरोहर, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, इनोवेशन, स्पोर्ट्स और अन्य क्षेत्रों में उपलब्धियों को वैश्विक मंच पर दर्शा सकेंगे।
Situated in Gujarat, Gift City is India's first international financial services centre, IFSC. It is designed to rival global financial hubs like Dubai and Singapore, offering a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. Gift City's journey began in 2008 with a vision to create a world-class financial centre. Over the years, it has evolved into a dynamic ecosystem, attracting investment and talent from around the world. With ambitious plans to expand to 3,430 acres over the next 15 years, Gift City is poised for unprecedented growth and development. Indian companies can now directly list on Gift City's exchanges, attracting businesses from around the world. Located close to Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad, Gift City enjoys strategic proximity to major cities and transportation networks, facilitating seamless connectivity with domestic and international markets. Gift City operates under a unified regulatory authority, offering streamlined processes and favorable policies for businesses. Its special economic zone status provides tax incentives and regulatory benefits. From banking and insurance to IT and fintech, Gift City offers a wide range of opportunities for businesses across sectors. Its state-of-the-art infrastructure and supportive ecosystem make it an ideal destination for startups and established enterprises alike. Gift City boasts world-class infrastructure, including commercial complexes, residential towers, recreational facilities, and green spaces. Its walk-to-work concept promotes a healthy work-life balance for residents and employees. With its IFSC status, Gift City offers seamless access to global markets and capital. Companies can easily raise funds, conduct cross-border transactions, and expand their international footprint from within the city. Gift City is not just a financial centre, it's a catalyst for economic growth and development. It attracts foreign investment, creates jobs, and contributes to India's emergence as a global economic powerhouse.
Well, breaking news just coming in that CBI is carrying out searches at 30 locations, including premises of Satyapal Malik. This is in connection with a hydroelectricity power plant project in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, former Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik was raided today in connection with the alleged graft in awarding the contract of the rupees 2,200 crore civil work for the Kiru hydropower project in Kishtwar in 2019. Now, at least 30 locations are being searched. That's what the officials has told us. Breaking news just coming in. CBI is carrying out searches at least at 30 locations, including the premises of Satyapal. This is in connection with a hydroelectricity power plant project in Jammu and Kashmir. Remember, viewers, the case was registered on allegations of malpractices in award of the contract worth approximately 2,200 crore of civil works of Kiru hydroelectric power project to private company in the year 2019. Time to slip in a short break. Coming up after this break, sources say Mamata's police likely to stage mafia dons Shah Jahan Sheikh's arrest. Arrest may be staged or surrender to be on Don's term. This and much more coming up after a very short break.
About making the movie, and how did it feel winning the Best Director Oscar for?
Well, it really felt wonderful to win the Best Director Oscar for that. I've been nominated now 10 times, and we won once with The Departed. And it's even though I always say that over the years I learned that my films weren't going to be getting Oscars, but at least I got to make them. But it was still a thrill when you heard your name called.
This year?
Oh, I'm past that now. I think whatever happens, happens. I'm just glad that the film got made the way it got made. Apple did a great job backing us all the way through. It's amazing because it's a very risky film to make, and they did it. And so I'm hoping that, I'm really hoping that it does well for the people who, made the film together with me, my actors, particularly the Osage in front of the camera and behind the camera, because without them, we did everything with them. They literally helped us write the picture. So,
Maybe
Thank you very much. Yeah. I never thought of it in those terms. I guess when I was younger, full of even more ego and ambition, the ambition, I guess, you never quite lose that, to be honest. The ego, I guess you never quite lose it either. You try to. You try to because it gets in the way sometimes. And so the more I believed people telling me such things, I think the more it hurt me. So I had to push that away. I had to say, you don't know. And I think it happened on King of Comedy. It's when I realized it was free. I didn't know anything anymore. I put it all into Raging Bull, then Taxi in New York, and then Last Waltz. And I said, I don't know anything. Meaning, I'm free now to rethink everything. Where's the camera aimed? Where's the camera placement? What is this character doing in the frame? Story, yes. Character, yes. But in how to tell a story with pictures, I had to start all over again. And I find that that's happened, thankfully, gratefully, a number of times in my life where even Irishman, I had to stop and say, no, wait a minute. I don't want to do it. I don't want to move the camera here. I don't want to cut in here. I just want to do this, or I want to do that. Well, what do we need for an establishing shot of a car driving up? Then it has to be rhythm. It has to be music. It just can't be a car driving up.
Sources suggest Mamata Banerjee's police likely to stage Mafia Don Shah Jahan Sheikh's arrest. Arrest may be staged or surrender to be on Don's terms. The ADGs at Sandeshkhali PWD guest house. DGP hints at the arrest of the Mamata-backed Don. The armed combat force is also at Sandeshkhali. Force brings tear gas shells, complete preparedness to perhaps stage a cosmetic arrest. It's the biggest hearing on the fight to free speech in Calcutta High Court. Top legals to lead Republic Legal's defense to ensure Shantupan gets justice. PM Modi assuages farmers' concerns, says a historic increase in the price of sugarcane purchase has now been approved to help farmers. Prime Minister Modi on a Gujarat visit today to lay foundation stones for projects valued at 55,000 crore rupees. Getting in some more breaking news now from Sandeshkhali in Bengal. As we speak, more people reaching Sandeshkhali. We just saw those live pictures on Republic Bangla. The ST Commission Vice Chairman has reached Sandeshkhali, and that's the latest details that we are getting in. We just saw the huge posse of policemen, combat force, and support armed guards ready to stage that arrest. And to pretend like they are doing justice after being pulled up by the court in Bengal. And the Republic Bangla team is also en route Sandeshkhali with the ST Commission Vice Chairman. His name is Ananta Naik. He's reached Sandeshkhali, and those are pictures that came in. Even the Scheduled Tribes Commission, Vice Chairman is at Sandeshkhali, comes after the NHRC yesterday also made it clear that they too will be visiting Sandeshkhali given the human rights violations of women making mass complaints of rape, sexual exploitation, abduction, and non-action by the police for over a month. The NCW was also there. A few FIRs were filed after the NCW came in. Political parties have been trying to reach Sandeshkhali. Some were allowed, most of them not allowed. And let me go back to these pictures, minute by minute updates on Republic TV of what's happening in Sandeshkhali. It remains our top focus. Let me go across to my colleague, Kishale, joining us with the details of the ST Commission Vice Chairman. Kishale, is that correct? He's also reaching there?
Yes, exactly, Niranjan. As we speak, the ST Commission Vice Chairman, he has reached Sandeshkhali already. Now, we spoke to him. What he said was very significant. He said that we received specific complaints from Sandeshkhali and we came here according to our rules. We demanded for a report from the state government within 3 days. We did not receive the report yet. Therefore, we will be taking actions as per our rules. And also, whatever we see, we will be reporting to the president. That's what he said a while back. And we also asked about our reporter who is arrested and jailed illegally. He said that as a human being, this cannot be allowed, and reporters should report. Reporters should be allowed to report. That's their freedom. That's what he said. We saw previously SC Commissioner Arun Haldar. He came. He submitted a report to the president. He said in that report specifically that is very necessary that a president's rule being imposed in Bengal, because according to the SC Commissioner who came a while back, he said that the condition in Bengal and Sandeshkhali are very critical. Therefore, it's very needful that a president's rule be imposed on Bengal. And right now we see the ST Vice Chairman also right now in Sandeshkhali as we speak, and he is visiting. We are showing those visuals as well. He's visiting Sandeshkhali, and he has spoken to us, and he has specifically said that we will take actions against the government because we seek for a report, but the government did not give us a report within 3 days at one hand. On the other hand, we will be taking action as well in the way of submitting a report to the president and advising him to do whatever is necessary. Also, he has spoken up against the illegal arrest of our reporter, and he has said that this cannot be allowed because the freedom of press is very important, and as a human being, I condemn this arrest. That's what the ST Commissioner, ST Vice Chairman has said on record. And right now he will be visiting Sandeshkhali, meeting the members of the ST tribe, scheduled tribes, and speaking to them and speaking about their experiences that they had to go through all these while. And he'll be hearing those complaints and writing them down and sending it to the president. That's what he's saying. So that report would be very crucial. ST members also had to go through horrific crimes, horrific times, and they had to go through gang rapes and violence, and everything will be recorded by the vice chairman and will be sent back to the president, and action will be taken very soon accordingly. That's what he is saying, Niranjan.
Yes, and we're staying on the live updates, minute by minute updates here on Republic TV. We are tracking every little update. And let me also tell you, in the past, there have been attempts to ridicule, belittle the claims made by these victims, the survivors in Sandeshkhali, many of whom have gone on record, have spoken with their faces covered, scared for their lives. And let me tell you also that Mamata Banerjee herself had said on record, and I'm saying what she said, she had said, those speaking with their face masks on were BJP supporters. That's what she said about the women. The survivors who claimed sexual exploitation, abduction. She has said that, and she's a chief minister in Bengal. And Kunal Ghosh, another Trinamool Congress leader, said allegations by Sandeshkhali women were politically motivated. And this is the kind of approach that the state government has had. Any time now, in a short while from now, we are expecting the case to come up in the court. And the West Bengal government, Mamata Banerjee government, and even the police know that there will be question. And that's why all the staging that's happening in Sandeshkhali is in fear of them being pulled up once again. There are two possibilities that could take place today. One, they could stage the arrest. Or second, they will allow Shah Jahan to surrender on his own terms. And this is a man who was wanted. Different agencies are looking for him. Remember, the Enforcement Directorate had come to question him in Sandeshkhali about a month back, and they faced a violent attack by Shah Jahan supporters, and he's allowed to go scot-free. The state has no idea. Rather, they have an idea perhaps, but haven't been able to find him, track him down or arrest him. And that's why even the court said that he cannot hold the entire state to ransom. Right? Now, what do we know about Shah Jahan's whereabouts? Where was he last seen, Kishale?
Well, are you asking me this, Niranjan? If you're asking me this, Shah Jahan is still now in Sandeshkhali. That's what the woman of Sandeshkhali is saying. We have been speaking to the woman of Sandeshkhali. Our reporters, our senior editors visited Sandeshkhali. Sharnali Sarkar went to Sandeshkhali as well. And all of those women are saying specifically that Sheikh Shah Jahan is still now around, and he is coming every night in a motorbike and threatening the villagers and whoever is speaking against him, and going back. All that is on record. That's what the villagers protesters, the locals, the women of Sandeshkhali are saying, just imagine that horror, Niranjan, that the person who has raped you all this while, who has committed all this violence allegedly, is coming back to you when you have lodged your complaint and threatening you to take back your complaints, otherwise further consequences you'll have to face. That's what the women of Sandeshkhali, they are saying. And as we speak, the ST commissioner, the ST vice chairman is right now in Sandeshkhali. He is in that island, Niranjan. He has crossed the Kalindi river, the river which at one side is Dhamakhali. If you go towards Sandeshkhali from Kolkata, from the airport, first you have to reach to Dhamakhali, then you have to take a boat and cross the Kalindi river and go to the other side, a small island called Sandeshkhali, and then you have to visit that area, the core area where all these complaints and all the allegations have come up from. ST Vice Chairman is right now in Sandeshkhali. He'll be speaking. He'll be speaking to the woman. We probably are getting the live visuals as well. If we cut to the visuals of Republic Bangla as well. He's in Sandeshkhali right now. So at one hand, there is a huge police force deployed. I'll just tell you also, apart from this, today also, there is a possibility of other political leaders. Shubhendu Adhikari as well, Shukanta Majumdar as well said previously that they'll be trying to visit Sandeshkhali again. Naushad Siddiqui may visit Sandeshkhali today. ST Commissioner is in Sandeshkhali right now. A huge police force is in place in Sandeshkhali. All these to stage a drama probably to arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan or to, as you were rightly said, or to make Sheikh Shah Jahan surrender himself to the police. Now what DG Rajiv Kumar had in those meetings, we do not know yet, but according to our sources, something big will be happening today. Apart from the big action by police department and all the staged drama that we are seeing, in fact, the other things that are going to happen is political developments in Sandeshkhali where Shubhendu Adhikari, Shukanta Majumdar, Naushad Siddiqui, many of them are supposed to visit Sandeshkhali soon and probably be visiting today. We will be keeping an eye on. But right now, the latest update is that the ST Vice Chairman is in Sandeshkhali right now, going around that area. He will be speaking specifically to the women who have who have complained about rapes and gang rapes and who are from the members of that ST community. He'll be speaking to them and preparing a report, and he'll be submitting that to the president. That's what he's saying. If you remember, Niranjan, we have seen the SC commissioner coming, Arun Haldar coming to Sandeshkhali, preparing a report. In that he said that utter disbelief, I cannot believe what's happening in Sandeshkhali, and there should be a president's rule as soon as possible, and that's what he submitted to the president herself. So that's unprecedented, the report, the way the report was made. And now the ST Vice Chairman is also in Sandeshkhali. We saw NCW Chief Rekha Sharma also came, and she also was in utter disbelief of what's happening in Sandeshkhali. In fact, all the constitutional bodies who are coming to Sandeshkhali are returning with utter disbelief that something like this can happen in an island within the territory of India. What's happening there? Where is the law and order? Where is Mamata Banerjee's police? Where were they all this while? And after 50 days of ED attack and attack on ED, and after 15 days of women uprising, now the police have come into action and probably trying to stage something and trying to prove something. Niranjan.
Yeah, Kishale, stay with me. Stay with me, Kishale. I'm staying with those live pictures. You have those live pictures that are coming in. Anytime now, we're expecting some action. Even the police in Bengal anticipating some sort of trouble in Sandeshkhali, and that's why they've brought that huge force. Combat force is on a patrol duty right now. They're going around street to street in Sandeshkhali, patrolling, anticipating trouble. They're carrying tear gas shells. I'd like to play out some of the sound bites that we had since this morning. Last night, Shantupan, a little after 10 p.m., was moved out of Sandeshkhali, taken to the CID office, and we were unable to trace him for some time. Even his wife wrote a letter to the DGP and to the Sandeshkhali police station. So the action is there right now. The action is in Sandeshkhali. Something is happening, and the state government, with its back to the wall, has two options. And the options are, one, they're going to arrest Shah Jahan, or option two is they're going to give him his own terms to surrender. The High Court had asked for Shah Jahan to surrender. He has not yet surrendered. So they're racing against time because the case is going to come up in the High Court anytime now. So we're also tracking down and tracking down the details of what's happening in Sandeshkhali and counting down to the hearing in the High Court. I'm going to play out those sound bites once again. Mamata Banerjee, here is a government that backed a criminal, went on record to back him again and again, even when the Enforcement Directorate team was violently physically attacked. Imagine a state where Enforcement Directorate team is physically attacked, where they are bleeding, and the state chief minister backed this criminal called Shah Jahan, who's accused of sexual exploitation, abduction and many other crimes. Listen in to what Mamata Banerjee said.
তারা কদিন ধরে অনেক কথা বলে যাচ্ছেন কিছু মিডিয়ার তৎপরতায় আসল জিনিসটা না জেনেই। আপনারা জানেন জীবনে আমি কোনো অন্যায়কে কোনোদিন প্রশ্রয় দিইনি এবং আমি ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়ে স্টেট কমিশন পাঠিয়েছি, আমাদের অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন পাঠিয়েছি, 17 জনকে অ্যারেস্ট করা হয়েছে এবং আপনারা দেখেছেন যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী, কিভাবে তারা বাইরে থেকে নিয়ে এসে একটা এলাকাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করেছে। আগে টার্গেট শেখ শাহজাহান, ওকে টার্গেট করে ইডি ঢুকলো, তারপরেই সবাইকে বার করে দিয়ে তারপরে ওখানে আদিবাসী মাইনরিটিদের মধ্যে ঝগড়া লাগিয়ে দিল। আগে তো আমাকে জানতে হবে ব্যাপারটা কি, নাকি কাকে কার নিয়ে পালিয়ে গেল বলে আমিও পালাতে শুরু করলাম।
And as we stay live, and most politicians, ladies and gentlemen, what politicians try to do usually is to attack the media, file FIRs against journalists, arrest journalists, so that they try and teach a lesson to the rest of the media. And what the rest of the media does is fall in line. They peter down their coverage of stories like this, which is what we are seeing. Many media houses going soft on Sandeshkhali, and then you suddenly wonder why. This is why. And we at Republic Media Network are not backing down. We're taking a short break right now, but our non-stop coverage continues. Stay tuned to Republic.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, we are fighting the Mamata Banerjee government and the mafia that the Mamata Banerjee government is supporting, and the injustice and corruption and tyranny of the Mamata Banerjee government. And the people and Republic must win, the mafia must lose. And as part of that continuing fight tomorrow in the Calcutta High Court, the entire legal team of the Republic Media Network, the largest network of the country, led by senior Supreme Court advocate Mahesh Jethmalani, including senior advocate in the Kolkata High Court Sandeepan Ganguly, along with our entire legal team, ably and very firmly supported by one of the leading law firms of the country, Phoenix Legal, including their managing partner and advocate Saket Shukla. They will all be in the court tomorrow, fighting what will be one of the biggest battles for the freedom of speech. Release our reporter, the Republic Bangla reporter Shantu Pan, who the tyrant Mamata Banerjee has put in jail. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mamata police, loyal to the tyrannical regime of Mamata Banerjee, wants to put our reporter in jail for a very, very long time. Mamata Banerjee wants our reporter to be in police custody. That is her wish, that is her command. And across Bengal and across India, people are shocked at this crazy behavior of the Mamata Banerjee government. A weak leader who is protecting Shah Jahan and fighting tooth and nail to keep a reporter from our channel Republic Bangla in jail. Mamata Banerjee, who is clutching on to the last straw of power, knows that even that last straw is slipping away. Mamata Banerjee knows that the people are mocking her. She knows that the oppressed women of Bengal are shouting at her every day. She knows that even her pet mafia dons have no respect for her. She is nothing but a failed leader. And we will fight her tooth and nail with all we've got, because all she has got is her huge ego and her pompous arrogance, none of which will matter before the honorable courts. Mamata Banerjee leads a corrupt government, and we will go from court to court to court to court to expose her, like we have done in the past and won. We know what corrupt governments do, and we know what happens to corrupt governments, like what happened to the corrupt government of Uddhav Thackeray. That was exposed, the fake cases, fake complaints were exposed, and this too will be exposed, because, ladies and gentlemen, we believe the public must win. Republic must win, Mamata must lose, Mamata's mafia must lose. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, we are fighting the Mamata Banerjee government and the mafia that the Mamata Banerjee government is supporting, and the injustice and corruption and tyranny of the Mamata Banerjee government. And the people and Republic must win, the mafia must lose. And as part of that continuing fight tomorrow in the Calcutta High Court, the entire legal team of the Republic Media Network, the largest network of the country, led by senior Supreme Court advocate Mahesh Jethmalani, including senior advocate in the Kolkata High Court Sandeepan Ganguly, along with our entire legal team, ably and very firmly supported by one of the leading law firms of the country, Phoenix Legal, including their managing partner and advocate Saket Shukla. They will all be in the court tomorrow, fighting what will be one of the biggest battles for the freedom of speech. Release our reporter, the Republic Bangla reporter Shantu Pan, who the tyrant Mamata Banerjee has put in jail. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mamata police, loyal to the tyrannical regime of Mamata Banerjee, wants to put our reporter in jail for a very, very long time. Mamata Banerjee wants our reporter to be in police custody. That is her wish, that is her command. And across Bengal and across India, people are shocked at this crazy behavior of the Mamata Banerjee government. A weak leader who is protecting Shah Jahan and fighting tooth and nail to keep a reporter from our channel Republic Bangla in jail. Mamata Banerjee, who is clutching on to the last straw of power, knows that even that last straw is slipping away. Mamata Banerjee knows that the people are mocking her. She knows that the oppressed women of Bengal are shouting at her every day. She knows that even her pet mafia dons have no respect for her. She is nothing but a failed leader. And we will fight her tooth and nail with all we've got, because all she has got is her huge ego and her pompous arrogance, none of which will matter before the honorable courts. Mamata Banerjee leads a corrupt government, and we will go from court to court to court to court to expose her, like we have done in the past and won. We know what corrupt governments do, and we know what happens to corrupt governments, like what happened to the corrupt government of Uddhav Thackeray. That was exposed, the fake cases, fake complaints were exposed, and this too will be exposed, because, ladies and gentlemen, we believe
Well, news just coming in that Arvind Kejriwal has been summoned on February 28th. This is the 7th ED summon issued to Kejriwal. ED has issued the 7th summon to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the Liquorgate probe. Remember, he has skipped a 6 summons earlier, saying that the matter is in court now. And Kejriwal has also claimed that the ED summons are illegal. And he had also sent a written reply to the summons to the ED. Now he's been summoned on February 28th. This is the 7th ED summon issued to Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Kejriwal has said that the legality of the summons is now in court, and he had earlier said this, and the federal agency should wait for the directions of the court instead of sending summons again and again. Of course, he had blamed the summons as a ploy to topple his government by the opposition parties. Now, Kejriwal has been summoned on 28th of February. This is the 7th ED summon issued to Kejriwal. He has skipped 6 summons earlier. This is in connection with the Liquorgate probe. The ARP says that the matter is in court and ED should wait for the court's decision. They had earlier said this. And Kejriwal had also sent a written reply to the summons to the ED earlier.
એક તરફ શ્રી રામ મંદિર અને બીજી તરફ આપણા GCMMFના 50 વર્ષનો લોગો છે. પાઘડી, સ્મૃતિ ચિહ્ન અને સુવર્ણ સિક્કા દ્વારા વિશેષ રીતે આદરણીય પ્રધાનમંત્રીશ્રીનું સ્વાગત.
To announce that Niva Bopa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio model. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
About making the movie, and how did it feel winning the Best Director Oscar for?
Well, it really felt wonderful to win the Best Director Oscar for that. I've been nominated now 10 times, and we won once with The Departed. And it's even though I always say that over the years I learned that my films weren't going to be getting Oscars, but at least I got to make them. But it was still a thrill when you heard your name called.
This year?
Oh, I'm past that now. I think whatever happens, happens. I'm just glad that the film got made the way it got made. Apple did a great job backing us all the way through. It's amazing because it's a very risky film to make, and they did it. And so I'm hoping that, I'm really hoping that it does well for the people who, made the film together with me, my actors, particularly the Osage in front of the camera and behind the camera, because without them, we did everything with them. They literally helped us write the picture. So,
Maybe
Thank you very
much.
Yeah. I never thought of it in those terms. I guess when I was younger, full of even more ego and ambition, the ambition, I guess, you never quite lose that, to be honest. The ego, I guess you never quite lose it either. You try to. You tried to because it gets in the way sometimes. And so the more I believed people telling me such things, I think the more it hurt me. So I had to push that away. I had to say, you don't know. And I think it happened on King of Comedy. It's when I realized it was free. I didn't know anything anymore. I put it all into Raging Bull, then Taxi and New York, and then Last Waltz. And I said, I don't know anything. Meaning, I'm free now to rethink everything. Where is the camera aimed? Where is the camera placement? What is this character doing in the frame? Story, yes. Character, yes. But in how to tell a story with pictures, I had to start all over again. And I find that's happened, thankfully, gratefully, a number of times in my life where even Irishman, I had to stop and say, no, wait a minute. I don't want to do it. I don't want to move the camera here. I don't want to cut in here. I just want to do this, or I want to do that.
morning, sources say Mamta's police likely to stage Mafia Don Shah Jahan Sheikh's arrest. Arrest may be staged or surrender to be on Don's terms. ADG at Sandeshkhali PWD guest house. DGP hints at arrest of Mamta-backed Don. Now, armed combat force in Sandeshkhali. Force brings tear gas shells, complete preparedness to stage cosmetic arrest. Biggest hearing on the rights to free speech in Calcutta High Court today. Top legal eagles to lead Republic's legal defence. Arvind Kejriwal summoned for 7th straight time in Liquorgate, asked to appear on 28th of February. Prime Minister Modi on Gujarat visit today to lay foundation stones for multiple projects worth 55,000 crore rupees. And we start off with the breaking that's coming in from Sandeshkhali. Complete apparatus in place before likely staged arrest of Shah Jahan Sheikh. All preparedness to stage Mamta-backed Don arrest. From what sources are telling us, a lot of action in the area with police presence also at the location. Let's go across to Kishle from the newsroom. Kishle, take us to the latest. As we understand, the arrest seems on the cards, as sources tell Republic, that the ADG is also at the location and this arrest could very well be staged by Mamta police.
Well, exactly, Samiksha. The ADG the DG was there a while back. Now the ADG has reached the spot. He was also there, in fact, since yesterday, and he came back with the DG, went back to Sandeshkhali. Now, on the other hand, the DIG is also there. The whole police force, along with the top officials, are all there. But the question, biggest question that we are raising, and the common people of West Bengal are asking, is that where were all these officials since so many days that the women were crying for help, that the women were asking for help from the administration and the police officials? They said that we reached out to the police several times, but they did not help us. They sent us back to Sheikh Shah Jahan. We went there with allegations of crimes on us, with allegations of sexual exploitation, abduction, everything we were trying to convey and complain, but we were sent back to Sheikh Shah Jahan and his men. That was the allegation. And right now we see this whole staged event of several number of police officials and also a huge combat force coming in Sandeshkhali. Today, since morning 6 a.m., we see that the police is bringing in more forces in Sandeshkhali, especially the combat forces and the staff of forces, along with, right now we also have Aishwarya with us. Aishwarya, right now we see the state police in huddle to bring in more forces inside Sandeshkhali, but it all seems to be a staged event because they were not here since last 50 days, after which they suddenly right now sprung up to action. Aishwarya.
Well, too little, too late. Sheikh Shah Jahan is still at large. It took a DGP to come down to Sandeshkhali to catch a man who has been sexually exploiting women for the longest period of time, and still he is at large. What's the use of it? The Mamta Banerjee government, only and only after Republic Media Network and Republic Bangla covering the story, they were very quick to stop Republic Bangla, arrest our reporter so that we stop. But when they understood that Republic Bangla and Ordnob's team is not going to stop, then it's only then that they have tried to mobilize. Until now, you will see the special tactical unit. You can see the different forces of Kolkata police. But still, Sheikh Shah Jahan is still at large. Is he behind bars? That's the big question. Where is Sheikh Shah Jahan? He's still roaming around. The DGP came, DGP went, senior officers came, senior officers are gone. More police force is there, but where is Sheikh Shah Jahan? Sheikh Shah Jahan is still at large. So Sheikh Shah, the man who had a clear support of Mamta Banerjee, don't forget, in the assembly and outside, Mamata Banerjee said it's the RSS and the enforcement directorate which is trying to trouble Sheikh Shahjahan. So Mamata Banerjee has completely and outrightly supported Sheikh Shahjahan. It's only under the pressure of Republic Media Network reporting the truth that now you have even this info coming in that whether or can Sheikh Shahjahan be arrested. Otherwise, when you have the Chief Minister coming out and saying it is the RSS, that it is the RSS and the Enforcement Directorate which is trying to trouble Shahjahan, a man against whom hundreds of women, thousands of women have come out in the open on the streets. It's a people uprising. It's a women's uprising in Sandeshkhali, which Mamata Banerjee cannot undermine, and it's only under the pressure of the people of Bengal, the women of Bengal. I once again repeat, only under the pressure of women of Bengal, the people of Bengal, that Mamata Banerjee has to put this main culprit, Sheikh Shahjahan, behind bars. By the way, he's still at large. Back to you in the studios.
Well, exactly, Aishwarya. We are getting a breaking news right now, as you were saying, why he is at large till now. But right now, the DG of West Bengal Police, he went to meet the complainants who reached out to the NIA. The complaints of human trafficking was there, and the DG had a dialogue, had a talk with that person, with that complainant who complained of human trafficking. The mother who complained of human trafficking, the child who was trafficked out. Now, Republic Bangla was speaking out, was exposing the human trafficking allegations from Sandeshkhali, the accusations of sexual exploitation, the accusations of human trafficking, abduction, all of that we exposed to the whole world. We exposed that to the whole world, to the whole nation. And we were the first one to bring out the voice of the woman of Sandeshkhali to the whole world. And now we see that the police is trying to at least show that they care. They are at least trying to show that they are acting. And they are at least trying to show that they are bringing in more forces. But our question is, to arrest one person, Sheikh Shahjahan, why do they need thousands of police officials? Why do they need tear gas shells? Why do they need rifles? Why do they need sticks and armors? Why do they need Strafo? Why do they need RAF? Why do they need a huge number of Kolkata Police Special Tactical Force? What is the stature of Sheikh Shahjahan that the Kolkata Police, the West Bengal Police, all of them have to come together with such a huge force in order to arrest one person? Is this the reflection of what the High Court said 2 days back, that one person cannot hold a whole state to ransom? That's what the High Court said. And Aishwarya, we are getting a breaking news also that the ST Vice Chairman, he is going to meet the victims and he is going to speak to them and write a report to the President. Last time we saw there was a report to the President from the SC Chairman, and he wrote that it's very necessary that President's rule be imposed in West Bengal. Now, another commission right now here in West Bengal, Aishwarya.
As you were saying, that why do you need so many forces? Why do you need the special forces of Kolkata Police, of Bengal Police? Why? Because when you have a state chief minister, when you have Mamata Banerjee in the assembly and outside, while talking to the media saying
Exactly. Why do they need such a huge force in order to arrest one person, Sheikh Shahjahan? And as I was saying, I'll just repeat that information, that breaking. We have got report that the NIA had asked for a report from the DG about human trafficking. Now the DG has reached out to the complainant. The DG has reached out to the complainant himself, and this is in Notun Pada. This is in Notun Pada of Sandeshkhali. He wanted to ask the complainant, he had a conversation. I'm reading out the breaking. He wanted to ask and had a conversation with the complainant and asked that what has exactly happened, what has exactly transpired, what is the allegation of human trafficking. That's what the DG has asked the complainant, and right now we are getting a breaking news that the DG is returning back. Probably he's out of Sandeshkhali now. The DG is out of Sandeshkhali now. The ADG is back to Sandeshkhali. Also the DIG is in Sandeshkhali. The SP is in Sandeshkhali. Sandeshkhali, all other top police officials, along with the combat forces, the staff forces, and the tactical forces are in Sandeshkhali. While the DG has already met one of the complainants of human trafficking, and the NIA had asked for a report, they did not give a report here as per our knowledge. On the other hand, the ST commissioner, the ST vice chairman, he is right now in Sandeshkhali. He'll be speaking to the victims and also preparing a report. He also gave a soundbite in which he said that we had asked for a report from the state government, which we did not receive. So we are going to also take action. I will request the PCR to let me know when we get Aishwarya back. So this is a breaking that the DG is meeting with the complainants also. Yesterday we had the DG meeting with all the civic volunteers. That's also a question that the people of Bengal are raising, that why a top official like the DG himself would have to meet the civic volunteers who are not even fully part of the police force. So that's one question. And now we have Aishwarya back, probably. Aishwarya, that's the breaking. DG, and before that, we will be hearing what Mamata Banerjee said about Sheikh Shah Jahan in the assembly. Let's hear that.
তারা কদিন ধরে অনেক কথা বলে যাচ্ছেন কিছু মিডিয়ার তৎপরতায়, আসল জিনিসটা না জেনেই। আপনারা জানেন জীবনে আমি কোনো অন্যায়কে কোনোদিন প্রশ্রয় দিইনি, এবং আমি ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়ে স্টেট কমিশন পাঠিয়েছি, আমাদের অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন পাঠিয়েছি, 17 জনকে অ্যারেস্ট করা হয়েছে। এবং আপনারা দেখেছেন যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে, ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী, কিভাবে তারা বাইরে থেকে নিয়ে এসে একটা এলাকাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করেছে। আগে টার্গেট শেখ শাহজাহান, ওকে টার্গেট করে ইডি ঢুকলো, তারপরেই সবাইকে বার করে দিয়ে তারপরে ওখানে আদিবাসী মাইনরিটিদের মধ্যে ঝগড়া লাগিয়ে দিল। আগে তো আমাকে জানতে হবে ব্যাপারটা কি, নাকি কাকে কার নিয়ে পালিয়ে গেল বলে আমিও পালাতে শুরু করলাম। তারা কদিন ধরে অনেক কথা বলে যাচ্ছেন কিছু মিডিয়ার তৎপরতায়, আসল জিনিসটা না জেনেই। আপনারা জানেন জীবনে আমি কোনো অন্যায়কে কোনোদিন প্রশ্রয় দিইনি, এবং আমি ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়ে স্টেট কমিশন পাঠিয়েছি, আমাদের অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন পাঠিয়েছি, 17 জনকে অ্যারেস্ট করা হয়েছে। এবং আপনারা দেখেছেন যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে, ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী, কিভাবে তারা বাইরে থেকে নিয়ে এসে একটা এলাকাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করেছে। আগে টার্গেট শেখ শাহজাহান, ওকে টার্গেট করে ইডি ঢুকলো, তারপরেই সবাইকে বার করে দিয়ে তারপরে ওখানে আদিবাসী মাইনরিটিদের মধ্যে ঝগড়া লাগিয়ে দিল। আগে তো আমাকে জানতে হবে ব্যাপারটা কি, নাকি কাকে কার নিয়ে পালিয়ে গেল বলে আমিও পালাতে শুরু করলাম।
Support of Sheikh Shah Jahan, so nothing would wipe out that fact. Even that this arrest of Sheikh Shah Jahan would not remove this fact, would not erase this fact that Mamata Banerjee had supported Sheikh Shah Jahan. On the other hand, the DG has already left Sandeshkhali. The news we are getting is that DG Rajiv Kumar has left Sandeshkhali. Right now he's not in Sandeshkhali. He crossed the river on a boat and he left for somewhere. We don't know yet. He's not yet in Kolkata back. He has left Sandeshkhali. The ADG is still now in Sandeshkhali. On the other hand, the SP is also, DIG is also in Sandeshkhali. So ADG Supratim is in Sandeshkhali. Supratim Sarkar is in Sandeshkhali. The SP of that area is in Sandeshkhali. The DIG is in Sandeshkhali as well. But the DGP, the DG Rajiv Kumar, he has left Sandeshkhali. All that meeting he had to do. In the morning, he had to give out a soundbite in which he clearly said that we will be arresting the culprits. When our reporter asked him very specifically that, will you be arresting Sheikh Shah Jahan? He replied very generally. He tried to avoid that question, but replied very generally saying that we will be arresting whoever is culprit. So he can't even take the name of Sheikh Shah Jahan in a way we see. He cannot even answer that yes, Sheikh Shah Jahan will be arrested. He cannot even answer that yes, Sheikh Shah Jahan will be arrested, on whom so many complaints have been lodged by the women of Sandeshkhali. I have come here to do that. He did not say that. He just said that all the culprits will be arrested and all the culprits will be arrested according to law. But please don't take law in your hand. That is a request to the locals. That's what he said in that soundbite. On the other hand, Mamata Banerjee Said very specifically in the assembly, mentioned how that Sheikh Shah Jahan has been framed, has been targeted. It's all the conspiracy of BJP. It's all a conspiracy of the BJP, and it's all a conspiracy against Sheikh Shah Jahan, and Sheikh Shah Jahan is targeted. ED was sent. That was a conspiracy. So no arrest can wipe out that fact. No arrest, no staged arrest, in fact, can wipe out that fact that Mamata Banerjee, in fact,